on?
Everything good?
Good.
Yeah.
Did you make sure that you got a more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You got him already?
No, I got him during fight week, but I'm going to get him right now. Oh! What's up? What's up, brother? How you doing, Rock? Good, man. You got a minute to talk about this fight real quick?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the media workout continues.
All right, FightHype.com here with the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, my man, The Rock, Hasim Rahman. Hasim, man, big fight Saturday. I'm sure you've known Devin since he was a youngster, right?
Yeah, of course. For the first fight, that's my little man, always.
How do you think this fight with JoJo Diaz goes on Saturday night?
I mean, I see a 11-1, 10-2, or a late stoppage. I just don't see Diaz don't possess enough of nothing to really get to Devin. So, you know, I mean, Devin got a good chin. He got good speed, decent power. I don't see what can he do? Ain't nothing he can do. Nothing. So,
what if he tries to put the pressure on, intelligent pressure?
What is that going to do? He's still going to run into that stick. Devin movement, Devin stick, Devin ring IQ is too much for just simple pressure. You know, that's been tried. And, I mean, people see people just put pressure on people. But a good boxer going to be able to avoid that and turn it around and use the pressure against him, make him walk into something. And that's what Devin going to do. That's why I say late stoppage, because when that pressure, that constant pressure, Devin going to make him walk into something. And it's just going to be a matter of time.
Even when it's what they call, you know, intelligent pressure from a kid who's been an Olympian, been a champion.
I mean, it's still difference. I mean, it's the difference. Everything he can do, Devin can do better. Everything. So, you know, he can take a constant beating for 12 rounds, or he can just let it go.
When you and you used to go to Bill's gym, the Hit Factory, back in the day, right? When Tyson would be there, you, Zab.
Everybody. Like big family.
Did Devin stick out to you back then as a youngster?
Obviously. Obviously, he did. And when he went and started going to all the national title, winning juniors, ringside, doing all that, him and my son used to go together all the time. So, you know, it was just like obvious. Some things, you can see a special kid. If you see a special kid, you know he's special. And the thing about it is, it ain't no full-blown conclusion that special kid gonna be a special champion, because a lot of times they be so special as a youngster, they start taking things for granted.
Right.
Devin wasn't like that. He stayed the course. And if you get a special kid and they stay the course, you're gonna get what you got, a world champion, then on the makings of becoming something special. Now, Kambosa, enjoy them belts, because after this, Devin gonna come get him.
Speaking of, you know, taking your talent for granted, do you think that's what happened over the weekend with Teofimo?
100%. 100%. Not only did he take his talent for granted, but he took Kambosa for granted. He came out and tried to knock him out early. And I think if he came out and employed the same game plan he employed with Lemachenko, he'd have won the fight. But he came out, wore himself out, got dropped, trying to knock him out, and that was the beginning and the end.
Do you think he'll recover from that?
Yeah, I think he'll recover. I don't think he'll recover if he tried to fight 135. I think them days over. I think them days over. I just think he had a series of unfortunate events. He had everything was working against promotional issues, delayed. And Kambosa was just ready. You know, you might call it luck, but luck is when opportunity and preparation collide. He was ready.
Do you think it's going to be like a Buster Douglas situation for George, or he could stay on top as a top fighter?
For who?
For George Kambosos. Was it like a Buster Douglas, like a one-hit wonder moment, or is it to?
You can say that. You can say. I mean, Buster Douglas never did anything else. He just never tried. He was satisfied with the payday, and that was it. You know, Kambosa can lose his title to Devin in the next fight, and still go on, because Devin gonna move up, and still go on to regain they become two-time lightweight champion. So I don't think it's gonna be over. I don't think he's gonna keep the belt long, depending on who he fight. But I don't think it's over for him. He a hard worker. He's a hard worker, but his talent is not like Devin. Devin hard worker too.
Right.
So when you got a hard worker that's extremely talented, you know, it's gonna show in that ring. That's the polygraph in there. Everything, the truth gonna be told in that ring.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, but if
Yeah,
the talent
but when
works
talent
just
works
as hard,
then what you do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you just, all right, the polygraph, it's gonna tell.
could you break down though, just if they did fight Devin and Kambosos, why Devin would win?
I just think that Devin got, it's pretty much the same thing. Devin got more speed. Devin got more power. Devin got a better ring IQ. Like, I mean, and that's pretty much going to be my say with any of them 135. Like, Devin got more speed and more ring IQ than most of them guys. You know, it's just, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's smart. And then just lastly, man, on Devin, just got to ask you, because Tank fighting the night after, who's the better fighter right now?
Between Devin and Tank?
Yeah. Or if not the better fighter, who wins? Because styles make fights and whatnot.
I mean, you know, that's one of them styles make fight type thing. But you know, I think Devin edged him out in the decision. But it'd be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
But before you go, I want you to meet the future. I want you to meet the future. This is Hassan Rahman. This little kid right here is going to be special. Like when you see Devin working hard, the same thing I seen in Devin, I'm telling you, this kid is a murderous puncher, speed, power, heart, and he with Devin and they doing their thing. Devin is showing them things and schooling them. He's going to be dangerous. I promise you. When you start the next camp you come to, you're going to see him in there. And you'll see him spawn some of the guys in the whole night. You're going to see this kid punch like a grown man already, 14. Watch out for that man, Hassan Rahman.
What weight you compete at,
He
Hassan?
fight at 141 right now,
Okay.
but 141, 145, something like that. But wherever he go, wherever he at. I mean, the man is so strong. He punches so hard. It's ridiculous.
We know he's got good pedigree, too.
I'm just telling you, he
Good
really got it.
genes.
He really got it.
You already got his record? You already got 20, 30, 40? He already got a number of amateur fights, Rock? Or?
He got 2 amateur fights, just 2. So he 2-0, but I'm saying he gonna run through the juniors this year. He's gonna run through. He's gonna be national champion over and over and over and over and over. The next time you see, next year this time, he probably had 4 or 5 national titles.
Is he going to carry the same nickname, Hassan the Rock Rahman, or are you going to get your own? Or are you going to
get my own.
Okay.
He little rock anyway, so they all little rocks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a given. But he won his own.
He was quick to say he wanted his own.
But Devin, by late stoppage or unanimous decision, and then the future, he coming right after.
Oh, just had to ask though, why did you favor Dev over Tank? Style.
I just think
Is it that height he's got?
I just think that the height, the movement. I know Devin it's gonna be a technical fight. You know what I'm saying? And I just think Devin is the better boxer. You know.
And just Fury Usyk, last one, man. Fury Usyk.
I'm going with Fury.
Why is that, Rock?
I mean, Fury. I think he do a lot of things right. I think he's the bigger man. Both of them highly skilled, and I just think you go with the better big man. You know,
good big man beats a good small man.
I just don't think Usyk can hurt Fury, and Fury is so difficult. Fury actually can fight southpaw. You know, I seen him fight a whole fight southpaw. So, I mean, he present a host of problems.
Right here against Schwartz.
Who do you get? How do you get ready for him? And then he's so big. If he laying on Usyk and he making his type of fight, I just don't see what Usyk can do.
Thank you, Rock. Thanks,
problem,
brother. Thank you, man. Hopefully Jared Anderson puts on for us, for the States going forward. But,
oh, yeah. I like
you
the
like
big
him?
baby. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he definitely, That's the #1 heavyweight to me. American.
He might be the prospect of the year.
100%.
Yeah,
he should be. He should be. He don't play. He don't waste no time.
No.
He know he don't get paid no overtime, so he gets him out of there. And that's what we need. So I like the kid. He definitely, Jared, keep up the good work, champ.
Thank you, Hassan.
No
Thank
problem.
you, man. Shout out to Little Rock, too, man.
My man.
Rock Jr.
Sitting right there with the black hat on.
Which one?
Right here. Don't look right there. Right there.
Look, Kevin.
No, next to Kevin. Sitting down.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I have. Yeah. I got it. We interviewed Robbie about the fight and everything. About Sean Porter and this fight. Yeah. We got Robbie. He always gives us good stuff. Kev, too. Where's the
The youngest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be around.
You might be in another country.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I gotta get this class going.
Who said it's fucking? You got that young ass. I got old. You too loud to discover.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Sean.
What's up, sir? How you been? I'm good. How are you? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's been about 10 years since I've seen you.
No, it ain't that.
It's been about that.
Come on, champ. Drop that man.
Oh, I saw the football highlights too. I ain't know.
I didn't see those highlights.
I ain't know. I see those. I see okay.
Sean,
What's up, man?
you
You
mind
good?
if I ask about the fight?
Yeah, no.
Okay. No. I just had to ask. Yeah.
I was looking for some film on my opponent, and you did an interview about it.
Who's your opponent?
He just fought on that Michaela Mayer undercard. His name Rowdy Legend.
Rowdy Legend Montgomery?
Yeah, I'm fighting.
I did think of it. Is that who you're fighting against?
Yeah, I'm fighting.
Oh, wow.
What's his record?
Rowdy Legend Montgomery. I think he has like a loss or two.
7 wins, I think.
7-1?
Somehow.
Like 8-1 or 9-1. He gets fought on the he fought on the Michaela Mayer card. He knocked the guy out.
Okay.
Cortez
Yeah.
McGregor. Cortez McGregor.
Okay.
He went 6 rounds with Kyron Davis.
And that's who you're fighting Saturday night, Amari? That's what's up, man. So you opening up the show, or?
I don't know. I don't know what the order is yet, but it's looking like I opened up the media workout, so I'm most likely gonna open up the show, and put some good energy in the air. You know?
You gonna have anyone recording on Instagram Live, anything like that, so we could check the fight out once it's wrapped up?
I think the fight is gonna be on before the bell. I think,
Okay.
Or maybe I think the zone. I don't know. I haven't really got too much detail. I just been focused on the fight. I'm not really worried about what it's gonna be on. I just want to fight.
Yeah. How's sparring been for this camp, Amari?
Sparring's been excellent. I got some great work with a couple of well-experienced guys, and I feel great. I feel excellent.
And how was Devin looking in this camp too?
Oh, Devin, of course Devin he looks sharp every camp. Every camp he's getting better and better.
Do you guys ever talk when you get back home about what you guys are working on and things like that?
Yeah, we talk about all that stuff. We talk about a lot of that stuff in the gym, outside the gym. Driving. At the grocery store. Talk about that stuff everywhere. It's normal for us.
How technical does it get? Is Devin like, hey man, when you throw the jab, you got like?
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It doesn't. It's more like I beat his ass today, that kind of thing, or.
Sometimes if it get like that, it get like that. But it ain't nothing too crazy.
Yeah, how's it feel though, knowing that the debut was at Mandalay Bay, and now fight number 4 at the MGM? 5 at the MGM. Yeah.
Man, it feels great. I'm blessed. Praise be to Allah, and I just want to say I'm grateful for everything.
What was that back in May on the Linares undercard? Was that your debut? Or
No, that was my second fight.
Second fight. So you'll have fought. This is your 4th time fighting in 6 months.
5th time fighting in 8 months.
Yeah.
I debuted in April. I went April, and I fought in May. Then I took a rest, and I fought in August, and then I went October, and then now December.
How important is that, in a time where a lot of fighters are only able to fight twice a year, how important is it, especially early on, to get that many fights?
It's real important. A lot of fighters like you said, not capable of fighting and having that much activity, but I'm grateful enough to have the opportunity and be active all throughout the year, and just gain my experience and stuff like that. And you know, I look forward to next year having another wonderful year like how I'm having this year.
How were you able to pull that off, man, on the business side? Was it just Bill Haney and?
Yeah. You know, I got a great team. Bill Haney, Devin Haney. You know, they run their own company. You know, you've seen them do it firsthand with, you know, their career, and they're doing it with me. So I look forward to, you know, having a wonderful career.
How's it feel that, you know, they took the time out to make sure you got the dates even when Devin's not fighting?
Oh, you said that one more time?
Well, you know, if you were only able to fight when Devin's fighting,
Yeah.
you'd only fight twice this year.
Yeah.
So how good does it feel that they were able to keep you busy even when he's not fighting? You know?
It feels good, but back to being said, you know, as a young fighter, it's good to be active. So they know that, and they know firsthand that, you know, being active is one of the most important things starting your career, especially like the first 2 years of your career.
How many times do you want to fight next year?
As many as I could.
Yeah.
I'd fight 12 times if I could.
Dang. Are you getting any rest in between fights?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, like this month, I fought pretty much every other month. I think the longest break I had was 2 months between fights, so, you know, I'm getting good rest. And I've been stopping all these guys in the first round, and I haven't took too much damage, so the training, my body's in shape. I'm always in shape, so my body's not taking too much of a toll. And, you know, I feel great going into every fight I've been in. I feel great. I feel great this fight and every other fight.
And just what's it like being a young, hungry fighter, having that hunger?
You gotta have the hunger, you know. It feels great. It feels normal to me, you know, because I'm always hungry. I always want more. I always, you know, strive to be the best. So, you know, it's normal to me.
And lastly, Amari, we're live. A lot of people might be watching you for the first time. 154-pound division. You were rated #1 in the United States at 152 in the amateurs. Why can you be a champion?
Because my work ethic. I think my work ethic is, you know, out of this world. You know, right now I'm only 4-0, and I've been training with a world champion that's on his way to being undisputed for years. So it's no way they can deny me once I, you know, step onto my own lane and, you know, start doing my own thing. You know, I only know how to work hard. So, you know, I will be able to take over the world, and I'm at my best.
All right, thank you, Amari. Good luck to you Saturday night, bro.
Thank you, Sean.
All right. What's up, Church?
Camera on, brother.
What's up? Oh, yeah. What's going on, Church? What's going on?
Very well here for Media Workout. You're going to see a sensational orchestration by Lord Devin Haney. FightHype, we come in this round, understand me, to do it right. The game will be very tight. JoJo Diaz, don't be thinking about no belts because it's going back on the shelf this well. You best believe it. The training has been outstanding. We had a
Ladies and
wonderful
gentlemen, the young phenom, 4-0, 4 knockouts, Mark Castro
wonderful.
from
So
Fresno,
I'm very
California.
excited.
His
I'm
father,
up to it.
also
JoJo
his
Diaz
trainer.
was a worthy opponent.
And what a great performance.
You're going to see some speed
that
like
he
you've
had
never
in
seen before.
Fresno
I call it
not
Concord
too long
speed.
ago, and we're going to see
That
him
part
again
that way, straight down the pipe,
right
we'll do it
here
right and
on
continue to
Saturday
watch
night.
FightHype.
Mark Castro,
That part,
ladies and
Sean. See you
gentlemen,
later.
Oh, okay, Church.
All right,
We're going to save more for the rest of the week.
You better believe it.
All right.
Watch tonight. I'm looking for JoJo Diaz. Matter of fact, have you seen him?
I haven't seen him yet.
All right, then.
All right, I'll let you know.
There you go. There you go. Where you playing before that?
Mark Castro in the house.
It's a video.
Did he work out?
Huh?
Did he work out?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Nobody was doing it.
Huh?
No, like 2 people were rolling. What do you mean? Like,
So the media workout continues, ladies and gentlemen. And our next fighter making her way up to the stage, she needs some respect because she is the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome to the ring right now, Jessica McCaskill from Chicago, Illinois. 10-2 with 3 knockouts. And on Saturday, she'll be defending all her belts against Candy Crush Wyatt. And this fight is brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Lou DiBella of DiBella Entertainment and Michael Schwartz, Dakota Fight Night. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Caskilla Jessica McCaskill.
What's going on?
I'm just an accident.
Right up early.
I'm an explosion. That smile's gonna be the end of it. I wanna see something. You all wanna see.
Right hand up.
You got dynamite.
Speak right up.
Nobody in this house. You know the shot. The shot. Come on, Trey.
Champ, you got a few minutes for it?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Fight weekend for the media. Devin Haney, how you feeling? Just a few days away from another title defense. This time it is against JoJo Diaz here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. How you feeling, champ?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy that fight week is here. I'm feeling ready, feeling strong. I'm happy. Everything is going well. The time has come now.
Devin, you've made it a point leading up to this fight to not look past Diaz, to not look ahead to potential big fights, especially after what happened last Saturday with Kambosos Lopez.
Yeah.
Did you feel reinforced with that?
I mean, that's just boxing at the end of the day, and I understood that. Going into the fight, I never said that, T.O. was going to knock him out or nothing like that. I knew that Kambosos was coming in, he was hungry, and I knew that T.O. didn't look as focused as I said before. I think I did an interview with you and I said that.
You said it, yeah.
So, I mean, it's boxing, and I know these things, so that's why I will never take no opponent lightly. I will always prepare 100% and be 100% focused on them, even though, I can't not think about how much is at stake, but it drives me. It's motivation for me.
Was that a case of a more talented fighter underestimating his opponent and helping to beat himself, or is Kambosos just better than we all thought, or both?
Yeah, I just think that Kambosos is just better than what everybody thought. He went in there, he was hungry. Sometimes, a guy can have more skills or whatever the case may be, but when a guy comes in hungrier and wanting it more, it shows what can happen, which it's not always the case. Sometimes a guy could be hungry, like JoJo Diaz, and a guy with much more skills like me goes in there and beats him, but I'm also hungry as well, so that's why I'm just going to be too much for him.
Do you feel like him?
Is this the best camp you ever had?
Yeah, honestly, I really think that this is the best camp that I ever had. I think, I just feel so strong. I'm feeling fast. I just feel so sharp this camp. I don't know what it is, where it came from, but I don't know, maybe just because I understand that it's a lot at stake.
Yeah, do you feel like with him losing, it only puts the spotlight on you even more as a chance to jump out to the top?
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot at stake. The winner of this fight will go on to fight for undisputed, I feel like, which will be me. But I'm just thriving off of that. That's just motivating me even more. It's giving me the extra push that I need, and I'm ready.
I have to ask. George Kambosos the next morning said he would have no problem facing you at all. He did say, "I've been on the road to get to where I'm at now." He's like, if Devin wants undisputed, he would have to come see me in Australia. He said that it'd be a stadium fight, 60,000, 70,000. Your thoughts on that? And would you be willing to do that if it makes sense financially?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the type of fight that you will travel for. When it's for undisputed, it's for all the belts. He has majority of them. Of course, if I have to get on the road, then I will. But you know, obviously, everything has to make sense on both ends, and of course, that's a huge fight to get on the road for.
Yeah, so it can happen in
I
Australia.
saw Mauricio Suleiman the next day posting the new undisputed champion on the WBC's official Instagram and Twitter. What's your thoughts on that?
You know, we can say what we want to say. It's all a debate. It can't be undisputed if it's disputed at the end of the day. And I feel like when we fight, me versus Kambosos for all the belts, I think we should drop the franchise title, whatever it is. I'm not open to fighting for the franchise belt. You know, I want to keep it the WBC champion. When I win all the belts, I'm gonna say as a WBC champion. I'm not really looking to bump up to franchise or anything. We can drop that tag.
Man, how happy you all to, because it seems like you've been going through this for months. The TO questions, the line, the back and forth. Bro, you see the frustration of you and your dad feet.
Yeah.
How happy you all that hurdle is over with? You got a new person that you can just say, look, me and you can get down.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily happy because, you know, it's going on again, you know, with the undisputed situation. The world still doesn't know who's the real WBC champion or whatever the case may be. So I can't say that I'm happy about it, but I can say that I do feel like we're getting closer to getting to the bottom of it.
You feel he'll be more willing than the other guys have been?
Yeah. I
Why
think that Kambosos, I don't know, it's just something about him. I just feel like he's not ducking or dodging nobody. You know, I give him his respect. He wants to fight the best fighters, and yeah.
Devin, everyone's had personal conversations, you and Kambosos?
Yeah, me and Kambosos have had. Before the fight, we were talking. You know, we were just chopping it up. Nothing major. You know, he was just basically telling me good luck on my fight. I was telling him good luck. We're gonna meet up after, and that was pretty much it.
Devin, everyone's been calling out Kambosos now.
Yeah, on the WBC website, it shows that I'm the WBC lightweight champion. That's what it says. You know, it's in black and white. You know, we can all make our opinions. They can say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, the WBC Mauricio has to answer to the board. Has to answer to the board for the WBC. So, you know, he's just one opinion.
Devin, just quickly, obviously, everyone and his dog now was calling out Kambosos. Well, not many were calling out Teofimo. You were one who was actively searching for the Teofimo fight at the time. What's your sort of message to the rest of the division who now want to jump on the Kambosos fight when they didn't want to jump on the Teo?
I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. They supposed to, you know, want to make the best fights happen. I can't knock nobody for that. They should have been calling for Teo as well. But it is what it is. Everybody has their own reasons why they want to fight Kambosos or whatever the case may be. I want to fight Kambosos because he has the belts. When it was Teo that had the belts, I wanted to fight Teo. Now that it's Kambosos, I want to fight Kambosos. But all that starts with Saturday night, JoJo Diaz. We can never overlook him. I feel like I'm at my best right now, and I don't want to, you know, drag this out about Kambosos or Teo or whatever the case may be, because that's what Teo did. Teo talked about me more than he talked about Kambosos, and look what happened. So, you know, I got to be 100% focused on JoJo Diaz, and I can't wait.
You know, you said everything that you wanted to work on in this camp, did you cross all T's, dot all I's? Do you feel like in this camp, everything that you wanted to specify, everything that you wanted to focus on, that you got everything that you wanted to focus on?
No, everything is everything for this fight. I feel so strong, like I said. I can't stress it enough. I feel healthy, mentally, physically. I'm on point, and on Saturday night, I go in there to have fun, dominate, and win.
You know, you said yesterday, the more angry he gets, the worse it gets for him. But if he,
he comes in with this dog mentality, right? But we seen how that worked against Teo. Teo went in there. He thought he was gonna knock Kambosos out. He ran at him, got clipped.
Because it seems like that's what he's banking on, is that he'll have more dog than you, not more skills, but more toughness.
The more he comes in, the more that he feels like he's gonna dog me, is the faster it's gonna take for me to hit him with a good shot, knock him out, or he'll go into survival mode. One of the two. That's how the fight's going to end up.
If he goes into survival mode, it's hard to look good against fighters and give the fans something fun when a fighter does that. What do you do if that's what happens? Round 4 or 5, he starts to shut it down.
If it happens, I'm gonna have the answers for whatever he brings to the table. Like I said, he can come in and he can feel like, you know, he doesn't respect my power. you don't respect my power, I'm gonna make you respect it. At the end of the day, Linares said the same thing. Was he running in there? No. Even after he hurt me, he wasn't running in there. Why? It is what it is.
Hey, Devin, real quick question. You successful Saturday night against JoJo Diaz. And I know you've been down this road before, but promised to fight, or they're going to step in front of you and they don't. If worst case scenario, they don't, are you prepared to go up to 140?
Yeah, I'm for sure prepared to go to 140 to make the biggest fights happen. But like I said, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. At the end of the day, the main fight to focus on right now is JoJo Diaz. This is a big opportunity for JoJo Diaz. This is a huge step-up fight for him. He can say what he want to say. He fought all these other guys in the past. Why is Devin Haney your biggest fight?
Correct, right.
Can you guys agree that I am JoJo Diaz's biggest fight?
Yeah.
All right then. So this is the big stage. So he could say, "Oh, experience this and that." None of them fighters are Devin Haney. I'm a total different animal, and that's why we here fighting at the MGM, and on the biggest stage because of Devin Haney.
Are you having more fun and more relaxed at this stage? Because for Linares fight week, you were very low spoke, very quiet. Cheeks were a lot more drawn than they were now. So yeah.
No. Yeah, for sure. Man, I'm getting more experience with weight cutting, fight weeks, just the whole fight scene or whatever the case may be. You guys forget I just turned 23 years old, so I'm still a baby. Thank you. I'm still a baby in the game, so I'm still learning on the job, but I'm getting better and better. And where I'm at now, I'm better than the so-called top guys, and I'm only gonna get even better.
Are you feeling like, as opposed to heading into Linares fight, you could stick around at lightweight for a few more fights than you originally thought because of the weight cuts better?
I feel like with this fight, I feel like I could stick around with in the lightweight division more with the way that my weight is. This fight, it was tougher for the Linares fight, but this fight, it's been way more. I've been way more comfortable.
What was the difference?
What's crazy is I don't even know what the difference really is. I just feel maybe because I don't know. I really can't tell you, but it's I don't know. And I got taller. I grew like an inch since the Linares fight, so I don't know how it's easier for me to make the weight.
Devin, did you notice anything in the head-to-head? Just you talk about size, and it looked like there was a little bit of size.
No, it was a lot of bit of size. It was a lot of bit of a size difference, but like I said, I can say, "Oh, I'm bigger than him, so I'm gonna beat him," or anything. I will show in the ring my skills, my ring generalship, my ring intelligence. All that will be the reason why I will win.
Like I said earlier in the week.
Dirty in there? Do you think he'll get dirty? Maybe get a warning from the ref?
I feel like he will. I feel like he will try to get dirty in there because he will be frustrated. At the end of the day, when I'm hitting you and you can't hit me, and I hurt you, when you go into survival mode, you'll do anything, and that's what I see him going into is survival mode.
And why, forget it if he doesn't get mad. He keeps his brain about him. Why does intelligent pressure not work against you, Dev? Even if you're cutting the ring off, trying to go to the body.
Because I'm just different. Like, you gotta bring more than some pressure or try some dog to even have success against me. Even Linares, he was smart. He waited until I tried to pressure him. I started putting the pressure on him because I wanted to get the stoppage. I seen him fading, so he had to set me up with a punch that I didn't see. It took intelligence for that. It wasn't just, oh yeah, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna try to just dog him, I'm gonna try to knock him out, I'm just gonna do that. Linares knew that wasn't gonna work.
Do you think he's gonna come out just sparring or just trying to dog you like you said?
I can't think for him. I can't try to think about what. I can't try to think about what he's going to do. At the end of the day, I know what I'm going to do, and I know he's not going to be able to stop it.
Devin, I see on the zone they compared you at this age and Mayweather at this age with the same record, 26-0. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, he was 24, I was 23.
Right. Yeah.
So by the time I'm 24, I should have maybe 2 more fights or whatever the case may be. So gonna have a little bit more wins than him, but he had more knockouts than me.
And he did get that Chico Corrales signature before 24 or at 24. You feel like by the time you're 24, you'll have that Chico Corrales.
Hopefully,
type.
I have all the belts by then, and I'll be undisputed by then. But we got to see. It all starts.
That would actually give you a chance to do something Floyd didn't do at that age, to be undisputed.
Floyd never been undisputed, I don't think, has he?
No, he won 3 out of 4 at welterweight. Unified a couple times.
Which undisputed, I mean, it would never. You can't take away from all the things that Floyd has accomplished because he wasn't undisputed.
He was lineal a bunch of
times. He's all-time great. But I after Saturday night, I will have the chance to. Hopefully, inshallah, we see.
Do you think Kambosos is the greatest Australian boxer based off this win?
Off the top of my head, yes, I think so. But I can't really.
Costazu,
he only had 2 belts. Judah had 1, and it was only a unification. This is a guy taking 3 plus the ring from 4 belts. But they say Jeff Finich won 3 champ titles and 3
It's definitely debatable. It's definitely debatable. I don't know. I don't know too many Australian boxers off the top of my head. I would have to think about it, but I mean, it's definitely debatable. If they said it right now, I would say yeah.
Does he defend the titles, or is he a one-hit wonder?
If he defends him against Devin Haney, that's different. That's different. But I don't know. We just gotta see, man. I like his performance he put on against T.O. He went in there. He was composed. He didn't get too out of his game when T.O. came out like just throwing wild shots, strong shots. He showed a lot more experience, and he fought Mickey Bay, one of my coaches. So
it was a split decision.
Yeah, it was a split decision, but I think T.O. was looking going into that fight, looked kind of like underestimated him because he saw it, but people don't know how smart and how much experience Mickey Bay has.
What's the biggest difference between you, Gary Russell, and Tevin Farmer? Obviously, 2 common opponents with JoJo Diaz.
Well, one, off the top of my head, they're just much smaller than me. Gary Russell is much smaller. Tevin Farmer is smaller as well. And on the rest, I'll show you on Saturday night. You just got to tune in. But y'all want to watch Montana Love work out? He working out, man. Let's go watch Montana Love.
Question about my boy back there, Amari Jones, at 154. What he about to do at 154, man?
Oh man, he gonna take over the game. He gonna take over the game. I promise you. Y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see a taste of it on Saturday night. But he the future for sure.
Did you like Cool Boy over the weekend? Cool Boy
yeah, that's
Steph?
my boy. I've been knowing Steph for so long. I'm so happy for him. He worked hard for it, and he got the win. And it was a good fight.
He's making weight too.
7. You want it over here? That's okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. Step up. Yep. There you go. Make that look.
Okay, now, Darnell.
Okay, stay up top, baby. There we go. Stay up top.
Maybe that 6 up will copy it. Yeah, come on, man. I'll tell it.
Right there.
Right here, right here, right on. Church.
In the circle. Right around, pop it. 3. Back to it, yeah. There we go. Now we working. Stay up top. All like Yeah, just all speed. There we go, that's it. Stay on that. There we go. Stay on that with Tom.
Like that.
All right.
Tonight I'll reach out to the sky. You know what to do. Wanna be in and out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time out there. Let's put our hands together. We got Montana, Too Pretty Love. Undefeated, Cleveland, Ohio. He's a campaigning at 140 pounds. We also need a big round of applause.
I agree, but he is coming in to do his workout. So if you guys want to leave,
Yeah, that part.
Yo, I didn't hear any applause.
match room around here at the zone.
Noise out there. All right, there we go. Montana Love, ladies and gentlemen, Too Pretty, making his matchroom debut on Saturday night.
there's Cruz. There's the pitbull right there. Isaac Cruz. Hey Amir, there's Tank's opponent right there.
Oh yeah.
Pitbull Cruz. Yeah.
Oh, right.
What's up, guys?
How you feeling?
Good, man. Good to see you guys. What's up, Abdallah? What's up, man? The now young pro, Mason, Abdallah Mason. Amir, you meet my boy, Brendan? You met my boy?
No, how you doing?
He's this dude. He's a good dude, man.
Nice to meet you. I do interviews too. Okay, that's what's up. From Florida, Miami. Okay, Shield FightHype? No. True School Sports. True School Sports. Okay, on YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna check you out.
Montana Love, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been seeing you guys from afar from you.
Okay, that's
I'm just now traveling now.
Y'all cut from the same cloth. Good people.
That's fine.
That's it. Yeah.
I know him. That's on BT, but yeah. I never been to Ohio. I feel like I haven't gone to Ohio, but I feel like I've kind of been there because I know like I was from Ohio. I have to go to Ohio.
Okay.
He's the real deal. Ain't no hiding his handle. He gonna get beat up.
David Morrell, Southpaw?
I think he is. Yeah. He's good.
Is he at Solid's gym?
I don't think so. I haven't heard of him out
Any
here.
68s at Solid's gym?
Probably Ahmed Abalabi. Well, he's 175. Ahmed Abalabi
That's
there.
the spawn. That's the spawn partner for Caleb Plant.
Yeah. Ahmed Abalabi. Dennis Douglas. Dennis Douglas. Where I know you from, man?
Veteran. Dean White. Dillian White brother.
Oh, that's what it is. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah. Good to see you, brother.
You didn't go to New York, did you?
No, I'm not vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated. And I didn't.
Hell yeah. They wanted you to be back.
To the garden, yeah. No, not that I mean. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing like Fight Week in Las Vegas. And I tell you, it's a pleasure to welcome everyone here to the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, the fight capital of the world. Where Saturday night,
Scene of the public workout, y'all.
the 135-pound division.
Devin Haney over there chilling.
As Mr. Eddie Hearn from Natural Boxing is proud to
Team
present
Haney.
the WBC Lightweight Championship of the world. Sponsored by Hennessy. Bet online. MGM
Just waiting for JoJo and
MGM
Devin to
Sports,
show
and of
up,
course, all
get
the
their
action
workout
go out
in.
live around the world exclusively on the
Champs
zone.
already
This
here.
bout is brought to you by Eddie Hearn in association with Devin Haney Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions. And this time, we're doing the media workout.
Ain't no Diaz name mentioned. Ain't no Diaz name mentioned on there. Golden Boy, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn. And did you hear Devin Haney, DHP?
1-1 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a southpaw and a 2012 Olympian. He's the former IBF super featherweight champion of the world, fighting out of South El Monte, California.
Yeah, he probably gonna go last.
JoJo Diaz.
He not doing that?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
He gonna get beat up, Lord Devin Haney gonna induce with no excuse. He gonna cut loose. The fastest man in alive, JoJo. You know I'm telling you the truth, JoJo. You in trouble, JoJo. Yeah, you look like you nerves. Understand me? Your mind is disturbed. Top choice, bro. Top choice. Lord Devin Haney. Look at me. Clean and fresh. Because Lord Devin Haney the best. Matchroom, you can't pass the test. It say Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy. It say Hennessy. It say Matchroom. And it say DHP. No Diaz. The crowd you won't be pleased. That part. Empty seats, Lord Devin Haney fight so sweet. You get to see the spectacle. The fastest man alive. You did the take no jive. Concord speed, Shazam speed, Superman speed. Fall to your knees. We know how to do you. Wait on Luke Campbell, Comey, Tank Davis, or Javier Fortuna. The king, Lord Devin Haney. You see it? Wear it. And we don't share it. That part. And Eddie Hearn, the greatest promoter. He rank up there with Barnum and Bailey. Super live, he take no job. Pay attention to your corner. Pay me a real big bankroll to talk real steep. FightHype, I love you, Jack. Yeah, Dante Boxing, I see you. In Matchroom, none like under Eddie Hearn. We bow and submit. You see what happened to Teofimo? He had you all fooled. Abracadabra, hocus pocus, the truth is here, Lord Devin Haney knows. You're gonna see it on MGM Grand. Only one will stand. And Bill Haney, William E. Haney come with that fight plan. None can save you. We got the great Ben Davison. Super slick, Lord Devin Haney will be super quick. Fighting hard and not gently with the fastest man in the world, the great Kevin Henry. Dr. D, Darryl Flanagan. We come to do it live, Team Haney. And shout out to the mother of all mothers, Renee Haney. We love you, mama. I'm here to tell you we love you, mama. Haney time. You quit warming up, Diaz. You quit warming up, Diaz. Lord Devin Haney, the slickest fighter you ever faced. He gonna beat you up in the NBA grand place. He's the king and he's the master and he's the overseer. He's the authoritarian. He's the messiah of boxing. Lord Devin Haney is the resurrector. He's the prince of peace, the messiah, King Haney, Lord Haney. Eddie Hearn ain't here to save you. Lord Devin Haney, his head, he gonna shave you. The best of boss. He quick, he set, he pushed that Corvette, top choice Rolls Royce. Best that ever did it. William Haney, Ben Davison. You in trouble. You're in a world of trouble. I ain't coming for the camera. I want you to know that you're going down in both. I don't need to say no more.
What is it, 6 more minutes? 6 more?
He ain't got no contact sauce. He don't got the contact sauce. We take that snap, we gonna put you on your back. Take the breath, you want to let it take you on. Take that, we're gonna put you back stop. California, understand me, he's holding it all. Gordon Hall, we fall. And with Eddie Hearn, he knows our turn. You think you're singing Lopez? Yes, sir. He's no longer got the president that's dead. He's not a belt holder. He's gonna mow you off like a rain coat. That part, that way. Fight game from England. You did from over. Looking good, man. Real good.
All day, all night.
It'll be easy work. Watch this boy down.
Yeah. You can do it for making it worse for him.
Light work. Light work.
You can't fight him on. Look it up. Good. There you go. Saturday night coming soon enough. Saturday night coming soon enough. All right. Good. Time, Joe. Time, JoJo.
Yeah.
Sign on the dotted line, Devin Haney gonna beat you up, understand me, and treat you like swine. Allahu Akbar. You get used to being down on one knee. You get used to being down on one. Don't you get up? Devin's gonna tear your ass up. Devin gonna beat you the fuck up. I bet you that. I bet you Devin whoop your ass. I bet 10,000. No, he gonna be fucked up. He be trying to hide behind Eddie Hearn and them. And behind Devin gonna tear your ass up. You said that B word, we caught it on the camera. Your chump ass. The William Haney shotgun gonna get you. Yeah, the nuclear sub gonna get you, JoJo. $1.5 million worth of ass whooping. Propelled by Lord Devin Haney, USS Haney. Eddie Hearn's man. You lucky too, JoJo. You lucky. Chump ass, you a chump, JoJo.
JoJo, GMT in the red corner box, man. How you feeling on this one, man?
Ben Davidson, trainers for Devin Haney. We're going to be speaking to
This is my moment.
JoJo Diaz.
Devin Haney, he's not ready for me. I mean, I feel like he thinks that it's easy to be where I'm at, but I worked hard and I did everything I needed to do. We went through all the trials and tribulations to be where I'm at today, and it's going to show come December 4th.
Yes, sir. For JoJo.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing, guys? So, 135 pounds.
I wasn't thinking
Bill, you mind if I ask you something? Huh? Bill, you mind if I ask you something real quick?
I'm good. I'm good right now. Hey.
Bleeding all over his face to his knees. Don't want to say what. Tracheotomy, catheter, chest tube. JoJo Diaz, M, none other than UMC. Sunrise is closer. Ambulance better be on deck. Stands will be filled up. He will disgrace himself, and we'll put the belts back on the shelf with our major rep. And I love FightHype over there. They keep me rough. Matchroom security is on my helmet. They won't let me get to JoJo. And I think I can take it. He looks slow. He looks like he drinks. He looks like he's very uneducated. He looks like he's inhumane. He looked very unethical. The guy is horrible, and Lord Devin Haney gonna take him to school. He's gonna be the principal, the teacher, the master. You had the chance to come see how he packed the poker, Joe. You seen that red bottom not required. Understand me? We couldn't find an opponent that we could hire. Josh Corley. Josh Corley beat up. Josh Corley beat up. You got the Zab Judah. That's the Lord Devin Haney Godfather. You see how he redeemed him. You was there, FightHype. You was there as well. I ain't gonna say nothing else. We gonna get back to Diaz. I got some business with JoJo Diaz right now.
Look at church. Yeah, church.
I'm staying right here. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Eddie Hearn on y'all boys too. Look at them. Y'all put the camera on them. No, put the camera on them. I know I look good. Look at them. That's Rambo right there. That's a storm. He don't play. He real mean. Listen, right? That's Frank. He the money man. I'm gonna tell Eddie Hearn on you. I know your badge number, and I'll show you on your number. Yeah. You trying to save JoJo Diaz ass like he tried to save his Norris. I'm gonna get him too before he leaves here. So y'all can stand there and wait. Get him for Devin, my boss, my master, the king. Resurrect boxing, y'all. Y'all seen what happened to Trisino Lopez? Y'all seen what happened to Lomachenko? He ran flat when he fought Trisino. Trisino caught him on a bad day. Trisino goes and tells the story. I'm this and I'm that. And the public says, yay, yay, yay. Trisino faces a foe, a gallant foe from Australia. Great guy, by the fact. I love you, Gambosa. The Gambosa family, we love you. Congratulations. Great class people, but he's going to get beat up too. Now, let me finish. Went into the ring, clumsy, sloppy, fathers are drunk, very obnoxious. He said, oh, what are you going to do after the fight? This after the Gambosa put their sauce on him. Oh, okay. I'm going to spend time with my son. I haven't spent time with him in a long time. He was just born 11 days ago. What was he hit with? Gambosa, you know? So sometimes you talk too much and cash a check that your ass can't cash, you know what I mean? But Lord Devin Haney will pass any task, and I promise you that. Not too much on the camera. We've been doing a lot. Wait till I get to the boy, because he's relevant right now. I don't like it. He's very disrespectful. He's a low life. You know, you 1.5 million. What you gonna do? Pit bulls, low rock. I mean, what is your ambition? What you gonna do with the money? You hear me? Matchroom know me. They already know what it is. And I get extra money to get on his helmet at party. Quit telling them lies. Quit telling them lies. You ain't shit. He over there lying to the camera. Put the camera over there, look. See, look at Rambo get off the camera. He's the one that'll hold me down. See him get off the camera? I know him from prior fights. He don't talk much. He don't say nothing. He gonna tell you either stop. That's Eddie Man. I respect him highly, though.
Why you call him Rambo?
Look at him. He's been in the military, special forces. They told me all about him. Yeah, look at him saying no. Look at him. Just like the real people. You know, they do stand there. He's no.
The church. Obviously, you see in Devin and camp. We've seen them. What's your final prediction for Saturday night?
TBH,
Diaz
to
done.
be honest.
Diaz is done.
Church, go in there, Excuse me, nobody.
In there.
Yes, sir.
Not going in.
Okay.
In you go.
He's a good boxer. He's defensive, but I mean, I faced all these guys already before, man. I faced Tevin Farmer, who was a defensive fighter. I faced a guy that had tremendous speed with Gary Russell Jr. I faced a guy that had tremendous power, Javier Fortuna, Andrew Cancio, Rene Alvarado. All these guys already built me to the point where I'm ready for whatever Devin Haney brings to the table come Saturday night.
Lomachenko vacated his WBC title to avoid Devin Haney. What does that say about you as a warrior to accept the fight that nobody else, everybody else was avoiding?
Oh, that I'm a dog, man, and that I'm doing this for my legacy, and I'm doing this to out of not to please anybody, but just to please myself and to know doing inside that ring, and I know what type of fighter I am, so I'm able to compete with the best of the best, and that's what I'm willing to do, is challenge the best and beat the best.
JoJo, what'd you make of Devin's hype man trying to get in your head and whatnot?
It is what it is, man. That guy's on crack. I really don't pay attention to him.
Does it actually give you extra fuel, if anything?
Nah, it don't give me no fuel, don't give me no anger or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it's just that he's just trying to distract me, and that is not going to get into my mind.
What was your reaction to Teofimo Lopez's loss?
It was a good fight, man. I thought Gamboa did a tremendous job. I feel like Teofimo went in with no game plan. He thought he was just going to knock out Teofimo Lopez with the early first round knockout or in the later rounds, but George Kambosos came with a good game plan, moving around, make sure that he was landing effective shots and then getting out. And if he did get hit with Teofimo's big shots, he was able to retaliate right away. So that way Teofimo wasn't, engaging anymore because he was getting hit back. So he had a really, really good game plan. I feel like Teofimo didn't have a game plan at all, and the better man won that night.
Just now in your workout, you look very fast and explosive on your feet, cutting distance. Is that maybe even like the key to winning this fight, is cutting the ring off in the best way possible?
Oh yeah, it's not letting him breathe, and it's showing him that I got boxing skills as well. I'm not just a typical Mexican fighter that is just gonna come straight forward and throw a lot of punches. I'm gonna be a guy that is gonna use my feet, use my angles, use my delivery, use my shots, and set him up so I can hurt him and get him out of there.
Because he's saying the more angry you become in this fight, he wants to get you angry, that the easier it becomes for him to counter and pick off and that, but. What do you have to say to that, Joseph?
Oh, I'm not going to get angry at all. I mean, I've already sparred with the best guys and it's guys that had similar styles to Devin Haney, where it's going to, frustrate fighters by, them being slick and not being able to hit them. But it's all about just keeping your composure in there and sticking to the game plan and knowing that the opportunity for you to execute a tremendous shot and a great shot is going to come. You just got to be patient.
And
What are Devin Haney's best and worst attributes in your eyes?
I think his best attribute is his jab, because he's tall and rangy and he knows how to utilize his jab and keep you at bay and tries to follow up with some combinations. But I think his downfalls are, his defense. I don't think he's good on the inside with his defense, and also I don't think he has good combinations on the inside, and I'm planning on exposing that.
What about the speed? Do you feel there's a speed difference in this fight, or you can surprise him with your own speed?
I mean, I got speed too. A lot of people, they don't think that I got speed, but I got speed, and Devin Haney is going to respect that come Saturday night.
You mentioned his jab and length. Just how tough is it going to be that you started at 26 and this is a guy that looks like he could be a 147-pounder one day? How much is size gonna be tough to get past in this fight, Joseph?
The size is not gonna get past, because he's gonna if he's gonna try to blow up and try to be the bigger man, that's gonna be a downfall for him, because his body is gonna be lethargic and he's not gonna be able to perform at his best because he's gaining so much weight so fast, and the depletion on his body is gonna take a toll as well because he's dehydrating himself. So I feel like the only thing that I gotta worry about is his reach, and like I said, man, I've already been in there with tall, rangy fighters and guys that are able to fight on the outside, and I'm able to get to them. I just got to be patient and, pick my shots and just execute what I got to do.
JoJo, just in terms of the size of this fight, obviously, we're at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. It's a world title fight. It's no small scale. But in terms of, because of what happened last weekend in New York, can you feel sort of it's been amped up a level?
Oh, yeah, it's been really amped up. I think because of the George Kambosos and the lightweight division is a stacked division, and I mean, that was a major shocking last weekend. So I'm planning on doing the same thing come Saturday night, and I'm planning on taking on all the challengers, and hopefully after this fight Kambosos next.
And JoJo, talking to Kenny Porter, he got a chance to work with you when you headed into the 2012 Olympics. He said that kid was the most skilled and talented kid I coached on that Olympic team. Do you feel like this is a chance to make good on all the dreams and the promise you had coming out of the Olympics, trying to become a star and a top fighter, one of the best?
Oh, absolutely. This is my shot. I mean, this is my opportunity, and I've waited, and I've done all my time, and I've done everything that I needed to do to get to where I'm at. And I mean, it wasn't hard there was a lot of struggles and there was a lot of trials and tribulations, ups and downs throughout my whole, career. But I remained loyal and I remained faithful and I stuck to the game plan and I stuck to that dedication and I prayed to God every day. And here I am today, fighting a main event in Las Vegas against a good fighter, and I'm planning on exposing him come Saturday night.
And in a good way, it seems like there's an edge to you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because a lot of people I don't even know, man. I think because of the hype of Devin Haney, but they don't know that I got a good amateur background. I'm a good boxer as well. I'm slick. I'm powerful. I'm all around elusive fighter, and I'm planning on showing that Saturday night.
Have a good fight, brother.
They
Thank you, man.
downplaying your achievements. I mean, you're
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, brother. Thank you. Is this whip? Yeah. Yeah, guys, this is the bowels of the MGM Grand Garden. I know a lot of you guys fights on here, in here. Oh, sorry. Let's get to Devin Haney now. Looks like no mitts for Devin Haney today.
You're seeing the fastest man in the world, one of the wonders of the world. Only one created and none could be imitated or demonstrated. Thank you. Thank you. Right there. Bad man, dangerous man. Hurricane Haney, natural disaster.
Devin, how are you doing?
So, back in, we good?
Amazing with the MGM brand. You're in here doing your workout.
Okay, let me check.
But I will show that I'm a totally different animal.
You good now? Okay.
Also brought in Ben Davis. What is it like also working with Ben Davis? You had Ben Davison in the corner against Jorge Linares. That was a tough fight for you. Now that you've had some time and you look back at that fight with Linares, your thoughts on your performance that night?
I thought it was a great performance.
BH Queen.
But it's not about it. Sometimes you want to take a shot, but I recover it, come back, that
So we mentioned Bill Haney, we mentioned Ben Davison. Now there's another member. What can you tell us about Church?
Church can tell me a whole lot about himself. Church doesn't need me to talk. Church talks to me. Church is... You could be having the worst day in the world. When you see Church, there, he's gonna make you feel like you're having the best day in the world. Drake is tremendous help. I'm so blessed to have him on my team. I would hate to be on the opposite side of it. Yeah, I do.
JoJo's like trying to for it. It's very difficult.
Yeah, no, it's very different. Like, even JoJo, I was kind of, they say he's going to be church up. So, he's good at what he does.
And you're only 23 years old. There's been a lot of comparisons to where you are now and where Floyd Mayweather was around that age, right, in terms of getting a world title, defending that world title record. When you hear those comparisons to Floyd Mayweather, obviously there's a long way to go for you, but what do you think when you hear those comparisons?
Yeah, I'm thankful.
You mind if I ask you? I'm live. You mind if I ask one or two bullshit questions? Are you good? You're not trying to... Okay. All right, man. You guys may not know, but this is Devin Haney's big brother, Bill Haney Jr.
Definitely.
Just quickly, man. I don't want to take you too long. How did Devin look in this camp? Did he have the best camp of his career so far?
Honestly, this is the best camp of his career. Like, the way his energy, just how easy, the weight, shedding down, his focus. I ain't never even seen him like this before, so I'm really eager to see what he's about to do to JoJo myself.
Yeah, no one gets as excited in sparring as you do.
No. I take it serious. Anybody punching at my brother is like punching me. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, this camp has been beautiful. Everybody's in for a fight. They better tune into this one.
Nobody's really punching on your brother though.
Nah, but everything, everything counts. So you can't hit it. If you hit him a little bit, I'm mad at you.
Partial land.
Yeah, exactly.
That's too much.
Way too much.
Well, let's see what the champ got to say.
Definitely.
Thank you, Bill.
All good.
Well, they're talking big business. I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Oh yeah, that's the money conversations right there.
Let me ask you something though, Bill.
What?
Just forget him being your brother. How much of your brother is just a cool dude? Like even if he wasn't your brother, you would like him.
He's one of the most down to earth, especially for where he at in life. You know, getting these millions and just to start him, he's down to earth. You know, he really is a cool person. You know what I'm saying? But if you happen to meet him in the wrong way, then you might not like him. You know what I'm saying? But
you need him in the ring.
If you get the right introduction, he's a cool dude, man. Straight up. It's not just saying that because he's my brother, but
right.
You know what I'm saying? We would be cool if we weren't brothers.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
You know, definitely.
So you're a proud big brother.
Oh, definitely, super proud. I couldn't ask for a better little brother, for sure.
That's awesome, man. Good luck on fight.
Thank you.
Well, like Bill Jr. said, money conversation. Hey, Devin, how much does Church help the team out?
He's a tremendous help. I mean, I would hate to be on the opposite side of Church because goddamn.
I mean, you were telling JoJo the other day, at the first stare down a couple weeks back, don't get mad, but can you really blame a man? When,
Yeah, don't get mad. It's just words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Don't get mad.
I mean, you said it yourself, though. It would be a little tough.
Yeah, well, I'm not on the opposite side.
There you
Thank
go.
God.
Did you get a chance to see his workout?
Nah, I was doing an interview. I didn't get a chance to see it.
He was, to be honest, looking fast, explosive on his feet. Like he's trying to be light on his feet and cut the distance. He said that's the key to the fight.
He looked awful. Be hunted, man. He looked horrible.
It don't matter what
Church
shape
was
he
in his head, man.
It don't matter what shape he in. Lord Devin Haney, whatever I say don't count. Champ gonna perform. That part. You saw what happened with Lenoris. You saw how we walked through Lenoris through his biggest shot. You saw Lenoris throw his biggest shot and Lord Devin Haney walked through it. He didn't go down. Ryan Garcia hit the canvas. You guys got to give recognition and proper apply. You got to apply where it's justice due. And it don't matter what type of shape JoJo Diaz is in. Lord Devin Haney know how to adapt to any situation. And guess what? Diaz ain't one of them.
Okay, baby.
You're going to get beat up.
Call me if you got anything else. All right, thank you.
But that's not going to matter, Devin?
What? No, I already told him. Bump into me. Man, you made it. Good luck on Saturday, baby. No worries.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Montana, you got a quick minute before you get out of here?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. What's up, Barack? What's up? Good to see you guys, man. Good to see you guys.
Nice stuff, bro.
Thank you.
And you here with Montana Love, undefeated super lightweight, man. Just coming off that last performance on the Paul pay-per-view, man, did you feel like you showed people you're not just a flashy talent, a guy with fast hands? You woke them up a little bit.
Yeah, I showed them I was a dog. You know what I mean? Big dog. You feel me? You know, they had me down 4-1, 7-1. You know, as an underdog. You know, they on national TV saying I'm betting I'll get knocked out by the third round. Smoke crazy ass shit. You know, and we woke them up for sure. Definitely woke them up.
Sometimes it almost seems like when you show the speed and talent to throw a 10-punch combo on the mitts, they start hating like,
Yeah.
oh, he's why do you think that is?
I don't know. Not everybody can do it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Everybody, you know, can't everybody do it and look good while doing it, you know? So they gon' throw the salt, you know what I mean? It's cool. It come with this shit, you know?
How are you looking to keep that momentum going in this fight Saturday night?
We're just gonna continue to be me, have fun, you know. I'm an entertainer, you know. I don't rehearse anything. It just come natural, you know what I mean? So we're gonna continue to just be me, man, and have fun in there.
Have you always had what you've shown in your last fight, or was it a case of once given a big stage opportunity, you came out with more in your bag?
Nah, I always had it. You know, this is not nothing new. You know, I've been doing this since I was 5 years old, man, and it's been there. You know, just certain fights pull it out you. You know what I mean? It's just a piece. That's just a piece of the story. That ain't even, you know what I mean? A piece of the puzzle. We still got a lot more to go.
How do you see it shaking out Saturday night in your fight?
Very entertaining, very fun. Just tune in, you know what I mean? That's all I can tell guys. You know, I don't like to try to make predictions or anything like that. I like to stick to the game plan, stay focused, and as you can see, like I did with Branchik, he quit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to do that. I like to just have fun and just do me.
How do you size yourself up against the rest of the division, in particular the champion, Josh Taylor?
Man, I'm ready to roll with whoever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm him. I feel like I'm him in real life. You know what I mean? So I've been through too much. You know, honestly, I feel like that's what make fighters. That's what make you as a man. You know what I mean? What you done been through. Like, you got a lot of guys who never really been through anything, and they quit. They occur. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'd have been on the other end of that fence. I'd have been on the other end of that strap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the same thing. I'd have been on the other end of them punches. It ain't, as you can see with Baranchik, big puncher, you know. He got hit like I got hit, but he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? You know, he couldn't keep going.
I gotta ask, I mean, coming off of a great performance against Baranchik on a very big card, you know, back home, now a very big card here in Vegas, how does it feel to see that hard work finally pay off and, you know, see your name on the big stages and be able to perform, you know, under those bright lights?
It feel great, you know what I mean? It's amazing. Like, it's a dream come true right now. I can say I'm living my dream, you know. Like, day by day, I'm living my dream. So, you know, it's amazing that to have this opportunity, to have these moments. Honestly, you know, I couldn't see this far. So now to, you know, actually see this, it's crazy.
For those who may not know, you're a huge family man. How are you able to turn that switch off from, you know, obviously putting the work in and, you know, being entertaining on social media and, you know, just in the ring in general, you know, to being that father and, you know, tending to your family? Like, how are you able to, like, turn it on and off?
Honestly, you know, being a father, that's first. That comes first. So everything else is just really me being me. It's not like a switch or this ain't nothing fake. You know what I'm saying? If it was fake, it'd be draining, you'd be tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I just be me, man. You know, like I say, nothing is rehearsed. It just happened like that.
Now, you're known for some very elaborate fight outfits. What can we expect on Saturday night?
Oh, man, we got some fly shit. Saturday night gonna be amazing. It's gonna be something you guys never seen. You know, it's gonna be good.
And just ask, man, how do you see the main event playing out?
I honestly think I see Devin, you know, JoJo a dog, no pushover, no nothing, but I think Devin boxing skills might outbox him, and his movement gonna be too much.
What do you think of Dev's where he's headed, his development? Is he got a chance to be #1, top 5 type pound for pound fighter? Obviously, he's right below your division too.
Not yet. He you know, he still got. We're not gonna say pound for pound or anything like that. You know, still got a lot of development to do. You know, he's growing, not only as a fighter but as a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's most important. So as long as he just continue to grow and get this experience under him, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be great.
Is he someone like you already look at like we're 5 pounds apart? One day it could happen.
Nah, I don't really look at it like, you know, I take shit how it come. You get what I'm saying? I take what's in front of me. You know what I mean? They put Carlos in front of me. I'm focused on Carlos. I ain't worried about no one else right now.
Thanks, Martin.
Gotta ask, were you able to catch?
Good to see you, mate. Long time. I know it's been a minute.
Gonna see what else is going on. Got a lot of people taking up. You see Ben Davison in the middle of a one-on-one. Eddie Hearn in the middle of a one-on-one. We already talked to Montana. So here's the beautiful green seats of the MGM Grand Garden. Sorry about that.
I gotta go back, guys.
Yeah.
Good seeing you, bro.
Here's the ring where Devin and JoJo will be getting busy at. A lot of great fights, not literally in this ring, but in this spot, in this arena. I think, again, I'm killing some time because we can't just jump in on this Eddie Hearn, but I think the first big memorable fight that happened here was probably Foreman versus Moore. George Foreman became oldest heavyweight champion ever back in 1994. I think this arena opened in 93. I feel like that's probably the first big MGM Grand Garden Arena moment was probably Foreman Moore. So yeah, it's a little trivia for you in the chat.
Mason brother. We got Abdullah, we got Mason, his big brother Amir. You know, I don't know if you guys caught him a few weeks on Top Rank. Just went crazy. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all tune in. 2 more Cleveland fighters right here. You know,
a few of the brothers missing, but
yeah, a few of the brothers missing, but you know, these guys very special. Make sure you tune in and stay up to date with them as well.
What makes them special? Because I gotta ask. I've heard the words you just spoke come out of numerous champions, numerous top fighters. You know, come out of their mouths. What makes them so special?
First, we're gonna start off with the brothers anyway. Just how they move, the movement. The movement is special. You don't see nobody move how they move. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near military style. You get what I'm saying? It's real tight. It's amazing. They work hard. They pushing each other daily. They just amazing. Good kids, you know what I mean? Amazing. And Abdullah, you know, if you guys watched his fight 2 weeks ago, you see what I'm seeing. It's very special. Old, right? Very special. You know, he just signed with Top Rank with Jay Prince and them, and you know, he turned up. It's his time. You know, I told him since he was younger, like, hey, you the one, champ. Shit, now the world about to see.
Just gotta ask you, man, because you're from Cleveland. What'd you think of Sean Porter retiring?
I don't even want to talk about that, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like that. I ain't like that. I don't want to talk about that. I just ain't respect none of that, how that went down. You know, Sean is a solid guy, man. Sean is, shit, you know, he been hit by some of the biggest. I just seen Sean been there with heavyweights and get, you know what I'm saying? And Father I don't know what was up with that. That was just weird to me.
The whole stoppage,
that was weird. That was really weird. I don't know what was going on with that. I don't like it.
What'd you make of Kenny's comments post-fight saying that he
Man, full of shit. That's it. I don't like none of that. I ain't like it.
And lastly, before we let you go, last time we saw you, obviously in Cleveland.
I know Sean ain't even like that, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sean was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, his father, you know, I guess he got a reason for why he did it, but I just didn't like it.
Just really quick, want a prediction on Jake Paul, Tommy Fury? Obviously, you haven't been on the Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake. I'm going down there with Jake. You know, that's my guy, man. Okay. I like both guys, but you know, I got to go with the home team.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Montana.
Thanks, Montana.
I just get you holding your dog with one hand and pointing at this camera.
Hey, what was the dog here for, Montana?
It's my best friend right here. Y'all gonna see him around all the time now. You know what I mean? You say right here?
Yeah, you guys should get in there too. I just want to
Let him
We're just getting it's like a slow mo shot. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought he was making weight. I did.
Hold on, let me take this off.
Yeah, I thought he's. I did.
All right, for sure.
Your dog sleep?
You sleeping?
This is a music video.
Oh, yeah, guys. Bobby tired. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Montana.
One more, come on.
The whole crew.
So we've got to see what we can do. We've got to manoeuvre. We've got to, make sure we create the best opportunity for him. He's a hell of a fighter, and he needs to get what he deserves.
Last question. Anthony Joshua, he stated that he would possibly take step aside. Is he serious about actually doing
He
that?
didn't really say that. He said, look, it's a business at the end of the day, and if the right opportunity presented itself, would he consider it? And the answer is yes, but that opportunity will come through me. If I feel that there's an opportunity to present to Anthony and 258 and the team, we'll do that, and he will make the final decision.
5:30, they can go into the media room.
One, two, three. But maybe a trainer change, maybe something else. If there was a way to maybe make sure that he fought the winner of that fight and got a shot undisputed, maybe. We don't rule it out. But until that opportunity presents itself, we won't go to him because I don't want to take an opportunity to him because all that, it's not going to hit me when I do. Because all he's focused on is Alexander Usyk.
What's going on with WBC with
Dillian White, we're waiting for that arbitration to rule that he's mandatory and that's ordered. He needs a fair split. It's a great fight, and hopefully, the right decision will come.
I saw something that said that they was going to border Tyson Fury give him 30 days.
Yeah, he's mandatory. Dillian White is mandatory now. It's just when that fight gets called, and he's going to get called very shortly, and then hopefully that fight gets made.
I appreciate you, Andy.
Good to see you, mate.
Thank you.
What's up, Blue Blood?
How's your
What's going on, brother?
My God.
What did you actually do?
Shaking with you.
Not much, man.
I was next, man. I had my camera right
I was just in Vegas more than I've been in
New York?
Crazy, bro.
We take over wherever we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to the fight last week, but the Garden
Mandatory.
and I have mine.
Okay. All right. Hey, bro. You got a good sushi spot out here or what? Yeah, we went to last time, remember? With the rock stuff. His name's Rob.
I love
Oh, yeah.
I blame my kids.
Thank you for speaking to
Oh, got it? Good.
The Miami stuff where I'm from, I'll use the grand for the lot
You got literally 3, like I'm not going to
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You already gave us a lot of time already, too, so. All right. Ben Davison here with FightHype, letting the locks flow once again, I see.
Well, I need a little change up, didn't it? But I'll tell you what is the truth. I can't get the gel that I use back home. I can't get it over here, so got to make adjustments.
Yeah. You're back to the long. It didn't take you very long.
Nah, it didn't take. It's just like, do you not want to know the truth? It's laziness. Can't bother to go get my hair cut. Sometimes I even trim it myself. That's the secret.
You gotta get your girl to do that one. They're a little better than we can do.
Yeah.
But you're focused, isn't that part of it? It's like when you get so focused on what you're doing, you don't give a shit anymore.
Do you want to know what it is? Like when I'm back home, I get in the gym at 7 a.m. I leave the gym at about 7:30 p.m. Don't leave, don't see outside. And even when we come to Vegas, we're in the gym at 9 a.m. Do the boys, get to Devon about 1 o'clock. Go back to the gym again in the evening. Get done about 7 o'clock. So 9 till 7 and 7 till 7. So it's hard to find the time.
You love this shit, don't you?
Yeah, but that's the type of commitment you've got to have, and when we get back, that's not job done. Like, we're watching boxing, it's not, oh, I've already watched that fight. No. I watched that fight 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Each time I watch it, might be looking for something different, might spot something that I didn't see before. That's commitment, you know, and hopefully that pays dividends in the fighters that I work with.
Because you have big ambitions to be great yourself, right? Not just make your fighters great, but through them, if you make enough of them great, that makes you great as well. But,
yeah, for sure. 100%.
How much of breaking down that tape is done with Lee?
Lee will put together a scouting report for the boys. Like, Devin's got a 20-odd minute scouting report on JoJo. And I was having this conversation with Devin the other day, and I say this to the other lads that we work with, that I know, not a doubt in my mind, that those scouting reports will give us the understanding. By the time the fight comes around, we will know the opponent's fighter better than the opponent's coach. We will know their tendencies better than the opponent's coach.
That's gold. Does Bill, does he ever throw those compliments your way? Like, you smart, Ben. I gotta give it to you.
Yeah, yesterday, I was calling me yesterday. He was going, everybody's ringing me up like, what's going on with the training with Devin and blah blah, and this other guy and blah blah. And Bill was like, that's the secret weapon. And then yesterday he was like, everyone was ringing up like, damn, you were smart with that secret weapon.
So it looks. Understand if you don't really answer it, but it even looks like with Devin getting to watch him work the other day, that it wasn't just his skill sets blossoming. You know, he's adding more and more tools, but it looks like the foundation is even better. Like you and Bill made his stance, his balance even better. Is that right?
Yeah, as well. He's only just turned 23 years old, so he's still physically maturing, and hand on my heart, no blowing smoke or saying anything for cameras. I can see he's physically matured from the last camp to this camp, and that's just going to keep happening. And he's the type of guy that's committed, humble, loves training. Don't just like, oh, I've got to go training. He loves training. Sometimes it'd be 10 o'clock and we're on the messages, and sometimes I'll want to message him to say, oh, make sure you watch this or make sure you watch that, and he'll message me with a question that'll be like, what made you ask that? I've just been watching, and he already knows, he's on it. And that's another reason why I see his ceiling to be so high.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a chance to see Diaz work out?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I just think that, look, this is my opinion. I think that he's going to look to, he's already put it out there, he's going to look to try and press Devin, try and set a high pace to the fight. But the problem is, I think these transitions are going to be rushed too quick. He's going to run into something, and he's going to be underestimating Devin's power. And when he runs into something, rushing those transitions and trying to press too quickly, he will then have to make a decision. Do I keep running into them and risk them taking their toll, or do I have to make an adjustment? And whether he carries on with that or whether he makes an adjustment, we are prepared for either way.
Does part of you hope that he doesn't start to fight to survive, should he start getting picked off pretty good?
No, because that is something that we have worked on. Like, if that happens, how do we break it down? How do we break him down? How do we make sure that he doesn't survive? Like I said, we're prepared for if he continues to rush and press too quickly. We're prepared for if he slows down, he's a little bit more patient and a little bit more cuter and intelligent with his pressure. And we're prepared for if he looks to survive.
Is it me, Ben, or he did look explosive and fast on his feet? Maybe even a little more than I thought he would.
Yeah, he is quick. Coming up from 126, he's quick. But like I say, if you rush those transitions, you are risking getting clipped. Devin's quick. Devin's quicker than any other lightweight out there. So, yeah, we're prepared for whichever way he wants to play it.
Good. As always, great breakdown. Just got to get your thoughts, too, before you get out of here on Lopez Kambosos. Was that a case, Ben, of Kambosos was better than a lot of us thought he would, but did Lopez, was he not 100%? Did he underestimate? Did it look like he was careless?
It wasn't the best TFM Lopez, for sure. I don't want to kick command-wise down. I think that the best thing for him would be to take I think, me personally, I think he needs to take a little bit of time out of the ring, take some time to process everything that's happened over the last 18 months in his life, the win over Loma, financially earning what he's earning, you know, having a baby. So a lot has changed and a lot has happened in a short space of time. And I think, and he's a young man, I think that he probably needs to take a little bit of time to process the information and process everything that's happened, work himself out, who he is, who he wants to be, how he wants to go about it. And I think that George Kambosos was extremely prepared. I think that the shot that he landed in the first round wasn't luck. He was very aware of what he was doing and why he was doing it and what Teofimo was going to do while he was doing that. Boom, there was the shot. Teofimo, rushing distance, rushing transitions, stepped in too hard, trying to press too quickly. Boom, there you go. That's what's going to happen. So, yeah, you know, not the best from Teofimo, of course. Don't want to kick a man while he's down, but fantastic preparation from George Kambosos and his team.
How do you think it goes if we eventually get Devin and Kambosos?
We're solely focused on JoJo, but extremely confident in the victory for Devin in that fight.
Did you feel that beyond just, okay, Teo wasn't at his best, you know, mentally, whatever, but that George exposed something long-term in him in terms of technical-wise? Maybe he's not as good on the front foot as when a guy's coming to him, like Lomachenko, or anything, Ben?
Me personally, and I've thought this for a long time, I think that they've overestimated his power. They've overestimated him and thinking he's a bigger puncher than what he is. And he's gone in to rely on that skill set. He's believed the hype behind his power, but I don't quite think it is what they thought it was.
Mm-hmm. And lastly,
not that he's not a big puncher, but he's not, you know, I'll touch you and it's over type Deontay Wilder shit.
A triples hitter, not a home run hitter, as they say in baseball. And then lastly, Ben, just to give you some credit, you know, when we were talking to Devin last week, we were asking about Gervonta and Teo, you cut us off and you said, look, we're here to focus on JoJo Diaz. How much is what happened Saturday night just proof of that for guys when you got huge fights on the horizon, but you got to be ready for what's in front of you?
Do you know what it is? With the level of fighters that I work with, I constantly get out, so what about this fight, what about that fight, what about that? So I feel like I'm constantly repeating myself, but that's a prime example why. I said on the Monday, sat down to wrap Devin up, and I said, you know, focus needs to be on JoJo. That would have given him a boost in spirit as well. JoJo, to see the underdog come through and be victorious. He was up for sure. Then I heard Eddie mention today, I spoke to Bill and Devin, you know, the night of the fight, and Devin straight away said, you know, full focus on JoJo Diaz. So that was a great relief, and yeah, Devin's on it.
We got to ask. That's all. You know.
No, for sure.
But thank you, Ben. Again, everyone knows you got such a bright future ahead of you in the sport. Thanks for your time, brother.
No problem.
Thanks,
you.
man. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Do you need to interview Eddie? Because we're going to kick media out at 5:30.
That'd be great.
Okay, so you can hop in line with them.
Okay.
So it's you, so Dev, Dan, so it'll be now the four of you, so just share time, because it's 6:30.
Okay, just let them know that.
Oh, I did.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
I know Andy only does a one-on-one, so me and us we doing a tag team as a
Yeah, that works.
Just to get the.
Thank you.
I love George Kambosos. I love it.
You got it. Thank you.
And we'll see what happens. But, you know, when I said I believe about
All right, guys, for you tuning in, we are just waiting on some time with Eddie Hearn, and that should be the last interview before we get out of here. Thanks for tuning in.
What do you do?
That boy looking swole. That boy looking swole.
I couldn't have given Tyson Fury
Yo, that was a great interview, man. I watched that.
Which one? With Sean.
years and years, those guys have just
He had a lot to say, so it's
sort of
just
slagged
keep
me
the
off.
camera still. You know how it is.
And all I said was, I thought that the press conference was just
That's what I said. Airbnb casino connected right here.
unfortunately you guys asked me.
What's it called right here? The 3 buildings connected to the MGM. The Signature, right? Yeah. I got an Airbnb through them. Half the price of
Doing a great job in heavyweight division, Tyson Fury and others. Respect for him. John Fury, I don't know. You can't give everybody. Waiting on the arbitration for the WBC still, and hopefully that will be concluded soon, and we can get this fight ordered. You know, I think the main point of that arbitration is to make sure that the ruling is fair.
I'm just waiting on
Eddie Hearn. Includes the split as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Okay, we doing good. Cool.
It's kind of like Casey.
Cool. Great.
But the focus is on what's true. And until something presents to us, presents a
That was good. I liked it. I liked it. Right. Like I'm his mate. Right. Like I'm. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'll just wait.
Craig, have you gone to Salas? Have you gone to Salas gym? Oh yeah, that's the best
Cool.
one. I love that gym. The Salas boxing gym.
Cool. All right, brother. Later. All right. Later.
City Athletic?
Great gym.
That's a great gym too.
Great gym.
That's where Caleb Plan and Tiafimo all train.
Oh, would you recommend that gym?
Oh yeah. Fidel Riley got ready there.
If you're looking for like sparring, Salas might be the place. They got the best sparring in Vegas.
Do you know Dennis Dudley? Do you know Dennis Dudley?
Dennis Douglas.
Oh, you got. He's always willing. He's a real good dude. Always willing.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Mama's boy. Mom trains.
Might be 168 getting older, but he's the one that was you back sparring.
So he sound like he's just working. I think so.
He's always more stylish.
You know Craig Richards? World ranked by heavyweight. British champ. Fought Richard Miller. Gave him a hard time.
I was but I know your face, right? You know my face?
Daniel. Like, there's probably not many Americans that watch that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My name is
I don't know. All the watching dudes
doing media first.
Southern areas. Yeah.
My grandfather trained in German school. I was going to be on
Okay.
and I started with my place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Been around a long time.
He boxed Benavidez, he boxed George Rose, he boxed
Emma Williams,
Anthony DeRoe.
but I travel. Like I was
Is that Salas?
Yeah, well, he's far there.
He go everywhere.
Where's stylish gym?
Sahara Jones.
That's a serious gym.
Salas? No, the other one was
Ismail trainer.
Ismail Salas, right. Okay, got you. And so the mama's boy, where's his gym at?
He's everywhere. He's usually on the gym right across called Real Boxing.
But I thought he had a boxing gym.
He
His
does.
mother.
He has one at Henderson.
Oh, he does? He does?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's got one.
Yeah, he has one at Henderson.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Him and his
Yeah,
mom.
but he'll still be at Real though. You'll see him at Real Boxing in that same parking lot as Sadler's gym.
You want me to?
No, we talked before. I know you, yeah.
I'm gonna be on. I have a bad. I'm sorry.
You know, but I know my people.
I know who you came from. I don't mean no disrespect, not like that. Yeah.
I'm like, no, your voice, everything. I know my people.
You don't really do something together.
Then it's the mama's boy.
Oh, this is the mama's boy. Yeah. So what? Can I shout him?
Yeah, call him. Give him a call and say, I'm in town. If he doesn't know who you are, say, I'm this, that, and the third. And knowing that it's
Okay, all right,
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's right.
It's a bug bite.
Yeah, no. Like you said, when he saw you, he's going to spark out.
I'll go get some drugs tomorrow. See how it feels. See how we go.
That'd be cool.
Like I said, man, I know you're going to LA.
No,
like I said, if you ever come down to the Miami area and you need some I'll find some work for you.
I want you to come when I do the movie. Just to shoot some stuff. So I know we keep saying Instagram and all that, but I'm on TV.
We have,
Just
so like, the South Florida area where I'm from, it's 3 counties.
Right, just text me so I can have your name right there, because I do everything by text.
Who's water?
Setback, because you know I go setback. Come down to this thing, you know. I do everything text.
It's there, it's there.
You keep telling me, go to my Instagram. I forget by the time I get there.
Right.
But I eventually get there, like when I check into Instagram. When I check
Okay, I'm always posting.
It was literally outside my house.
Unless I see you, actually.
Yeah.
Give me one.
Second.
Oh my God, that was crazy. And then you know what was crazy when I got that one?
This is cool. Association with veterans. I've like Mr. Worldwide. Yeah.
Another ticket, and then I got the ticket. But I've just delivered. So I say all that to say.
Eddie has one more one-on-one, and then we should be able to scrum it up with him, get some good questions his way. So let us know in the chat if there's anything you want us to ask Eddie.
Really short. You want one or two? I'll have one this one.
Huh? Yeah, give me one, please.
I'm good. Daniel got it. Thank you.
What up, brother? I get content today. I got church talking shit. We're in the street. Yeah, that's great. No, it's the weather's right now, but he got lost to me. I interviewed him. I interviewed Montana Love, the Mason Brothers, Craig Richards, Church, Mark Castro, Amari Jones, Jessica McCaskill. Yeah. I pretty much just interviewed everybody who knows what standing around. They stand around to go interview somebody else. Hey, did I get on FightHype again when you pointed the camera at me when I was talking to Amari Jones?
Yeah, for a second. Yeah.
I gotta get that clip. I'm gonna make at this point. I can make a FightHype compilation. I've been on FightHype more than some of these fighters. Thanks to. Oh, I talked to Sean Porter.
Oh, you got him?
Nah, I didn't. I asked him. He's like, nah, I'm not doing what you said.
Yeah.
Then he did interview somebody else.
I know, I saw.
Black dude.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, well, good to see you.
Well, it's because, dude, I was like...
I know. It's like, today's not my day. And I talked to Akim Barak and I told, and then,
what else?
we didn't really talk for a long time. I just said hi to him. I said, good to see him. I asked him for an interview. He said no. And someone came and talked to him, and then I went to meet somebody else. Oh, yeah. And I mentioned, I said, yeah, you know, my boy shot to tell. That's what got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He was like, yeah.
That's what Sean said.
Yeah. No, absolutely. He is. I'm not. Absolutely not. He's gonna give me the same as he did, bro. Maybe I will interview him. I'm not gonna ask him about boxing in front of me. He's gonna talk about boxing, politics, and Malaysia, what fights are happening. I don't have any patience for it. I was talking to Barack because I haven't seen Barack in 4 years. And one of the guys from the zone who knows me, he knows I'm like Canelo, so he asked Barack right in front of me. He's like, "Oh, so you a Canelo fan now?" And I'm like, I mean, I respect him. He's a great fighter. So I'm not willing to want to thing. He's like, "You know a fan Canelo? How you know a fan Canelo?" I'm like, "Cause he ducked Demetrius Andrew. That's why he didn't fight him." Barack, so like the two guys that got the zone, the black dude and the Spanish looking dude. They're not here anymore. But I'm saying earlier, they work for the network that's putting on the fight. The black guy who's Barack. I know him a little bit. Yeah, one of them might be wearing it. Yeah, the zone.
I'm not a quitter.
Some people say doesn't. I know, but come on, they pronounce it deserve.
Everybody, I'm gonna tell them that. People make contact.
Happy though, I got some good stuff today.
One with
Montana Low?
We all got the love for the sport. It's good to see everybody.
Let's see.
You're not afraid of emotion.
There were a few signs during that fight.
Yeah, like a dude, my man, he got told you. But look, I thought Eddie was about to be like,
But when you know,
I'm like, yeah. That's why we call Mauricio after. I want Mauricio. That's why I can. Bro, I think, bro, remember, I don't think you were in that storm. I think it was Ron. And I heard Ron trying to ask him. People kept talking over him. And then I told Ron, I'm like, well, you don't get your fucking question out because I knew where he was going with it. Bro.
All right.
When he was interviewing, I seen it. And then you started talking. Yeah, just Ron. I heard, hey, Mauricio up. I think I tapped him on that like Mauricio attempts to justify WBC franchise.
attempt being the key word.
Bro, it's terrible. That's why I put it up right now. Like, bro, I literally put up my phone, went on the WBC.
He's going in circles with the whole franchise thing. Mauricio?
What he really wants to say to you.
Non-transferable. Now everybody's getting.
He wants to. God damn it! I'm trying to find a way to get 3% off all.
You know what I did?
Well, hey, you see Mauricio, you know, he got a big belly. He need them sanctioning fees.
No, the WB. God damn it! Stop fucking it up, okay? Shut up.
You know what I did? Women don't pay sanctioning fees. Really?
They don't?
I don't know if I believe that. I'm telling you.
Nah.
Jessica McCaskill trying to tell me.
All money is good money from Mauricio.
That's the nicest thing he's ever done.
Women boxing is already like on the back end.
He's like,
yeah, but how the hell are you getting them the belts? Belts cost money to me.
He's saying you keep the $50.
Like, you know, you pay for your belt. You pay the $50. Damn, imagine that was the same thing. You paid.
Mauricio, no sanction fees on the women's fights.
I've heard of that. He said that he doesn't make the fighters pay sanctioning fees for those Mexican belts. Yeah, because he knows what they're going to. Canelo.
with the 3% you get from a Canelo check, you're like, here's a whole other
They
belt.
were like, did you hear about the? Did you hear
Don used to have to go to his father, right?
Did you hear about the latest? Did you hear the latest? Did you hear the latest developments with the whole cruiserweight situation? Because there's another African fighter named Thabiso Nchunu, who was a mandatory for Makabu's title, and he doesn't want to take step-aside money to fight Canelo. So Don King's gonna put a fight on together with Makabu and Nchunu, and then the winner of that will fight Canelo in a weight class he's never campaigned in.
According to Don King, Canelo's gonna be there for that.
According to Don.
That's January 29th.
Where's that?
Ohio.
Warrenville,
You gotta sell it now, Canelo. You gotta sell it. You gotta show up now.
Does that sound a little like Don?
Only in America. You know what's funny is Don King had a card this year. He had one card in Florida. Yeah, he had Trevor Bryan versus Romain Stavern. It was the most low budget card of all time. Like the ring mat didn't even have sponsors. It just had like Don King phrases like no. It had phrases. It had Don King phrases like "Only in America, we shall overcome." I love the American people on the ring mat.
Did they do it on Don King TV?
Don King TV. They had it on Fight TV, but it's like Don King Productions. Yeah.
We had it in America.
In
the Great Wall of China, we had it everywhere.
It was Trevor Bryan versus Romain. Oh really?
Did you and Valerie ever work alongside each other?
Different. No, age.
She's older.
Yeah, she's way older.
She got like 10, 15.
But I started with him waiting for her. So she came in.
02, she said 02.
Yeah, I started when I was in the 80s. You know.
I know my.
We can respect you.
I'm gonna interview her. I just forgot what I'm asking.
Fights that he did. Devin fighting Campos.
English.
Oh no, the interview?
No, the interviewer.
Yeah, he works for Boxing Social, like one of the biggest channels in the city. Damn, really?
Boxing Social.
Ain't none of you don't got no credit in the streets. I got that on her.
You in FightHype?
Yeah.
It's True School.
I'm True School Sports. Come on, Jim.
No, I don't own the channel.
He works for this guy named Ben Thompson, and he says, wow.
I knew Ben.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I get paid whatever I makes $1,000. I get 500. So it's basically commission. Whatever
That's a pretty easy
all depends.
Yeah. He's set for life. He's set for life because he didn't need Mike Tyson.
That might maybe someone.
He needed Mike Tyson somewhere around here.
What other spots we could go to?
They got like 1.6 million. I'll take you up to this taco spot, right? What's payday? How much would you say a million views does?
Yeah, give or take, depending on watch time.
So we'll be retiring together, all of us. But I am
I'm never retiring. I don't know. I don't see myself retiring. If I was, it would happen already.
You just started.
This is year 6.
5, 6 years ago?
Yeah, that was like year 1 or 2.
First started.
That seems like so. It's funny. It seems like it doesn't seem like that long ago, but it is long ago.
Because I've been out here 6 years and it don't seem like that long ago.
Because like there's fighters that I know back home in Florida that fought in the amateurs, and I covered them when they were amateurs, and now they're like pros.
Well, that's how I feel about the UFC. All my amateurs in USA fights. How
are you? Good to see you. Sorry about that.
They're now all fighting.
Everyone for what?
Okay. The silent assassin.
See, that's what I do. That's the ones you watch.
Everything good?
Everything's good. You like my political statement?
I like that. Oh, I love that. I mean, when you watch it then, you think, fuck, I'm not going for me.
Only if I was activity this week. I'll be in the stands though.
It's not that long.
I'm making videos for my seats. I go to fights. I get more views than people that go to fights. My friend, I have a friend. My friend Johnny. North Las Vegas.
You're busy?
Well, no, Sean's not too far from me, so Sean, if I come to this, Sean will normally pick me up, and I'll come. And if Sean doesn't, if Sean can't pick me up, I'll Uber. Sean Gibbons is the manager.
It's the first day of
Sean
March.
Zattel.
Well, excuse me, November. It was a great
Zattel.
Then we've got another break.
Yeah.
No, November's doing Jake Paul against. I am,
Yeah, Sean Gibbons is the guy that works for Manny Pacquiao Promotions and manages like a bunch of foreign fighters, Filipinos and Mexicans.
John Casimiro.
Casimiro, yep. Casimiro, Joe and Cajas. I don't know if you know him. Joe and Who? Casimiro? Yeah, he is. He's fighting Stephen Butler.
I was writing a reality show now too.
Casimiro? Yeah, I met him.
All right. Sorry.
That's the last one?
Yep.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you, Keisha. Thank you.
Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Time for the Yankees now.
I'm okay, thank you.
Time for the Yanks, Eddie.
Let's go, Yanks. How you doing?
Eddie, with Kambosos winning the fight over the weekend, is your number one priority, if Haney can beat Diaz like he's expected to, is to make that fight, even if it's got to happen in Australia, to take Haney and get him that opportunity?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, I feel nervous talking about it because of what happened last Saturday, but I actually like the idea of Australia. But I just think it's such a big statement for Devin to go over there. Imagine if he was to win, go over and win all the belts. And George Kambosos, who's, I don't represent him, but he's like a hero of mine at the moment because what he did last weekend was incredible. And he deserves that as well. If I was his promoter, I would be saying, you're fighting in Australia. And our plan, we've got massive plans for Australia in 2022 that actually didn't involve George Kambosos. But if we can be part of a historic fight like that, it would be massive for us. And we just need to see him come through JoJo Diaz. It's a tremendous fight, but I really believe he's going to shine on Saturday night. I think he's going to stop JoJo Diaz, and I think it'll be a major statement.
Yeah, I mean...
Is there a launch date? Sorry, is there a launch date for the Zone Australia?
No, our plan was probably around sort of June time next year. We're slowly building our stable. I mean, Brock Jarvis was a big signing for us. Dempsey McLean, 20-0 heavyweight. Ebony Bridges, of course. Sky Nicholson's turning pro soon. Hopefully we get her. And of course, you've got Liam Paro, you've got Tim Zhu, guys that aren't with us. But it's really, Australian boxing is flying high. And it's just moments like last Saturday that can just change your sport in that country. And Kambosos is king right now. And he deserves all the praise he gets.
Eddie, you saw Ryan Garcia want to throw his hat in there. Pay-per-view dollars are always there with Davis in the division. Why do you think, how confident are you can lure George to Haney instead of those other options?
Well, I think it's all about money, isn't it? We have to get the right package together. But I do think it doesn't matter how you want to dress it up, right? To be undisputed, every governing body needs to call you the undisputed champion. And as a franchise belt holder, the other governing bodies will not accept you as a unified or an undisputed champion. So I understand the WBC will say he's undisputed, but the other governing bodies don't accept that he's undisputed. So therefore, in my book, he's not. Now, maybe he should be, and Teofimo should have been. But the way the belt's fragmented, it means that the only way to find the true undisputed champion is if he fights Devin Haney. And also, wasn't it also, I mean, this is a question for Maurizio when he comes tomorrow, you can't win a franchise championship. Isn't that right?
Originally, it's supposed to be non-transferable. Was that right?
They changed the rules as they go.
Right, okay.
Initially, it was non-transferable. Now you can request to win it if you're fighting the franchise champion.
But I mean, I feel like Mauricio himself doesn't, know. I mean, you go on the WBC website and you look up the ratings. They have a picture of Devin Haney saying lightweight champion, and then under it'll say like WBC franchise status, and then it'll say George Kambosos.
The truth is Devin Haney is WBC world champion. Like it, don't like it, whatever. And hopefully this fight will start allowing him to get the respect. Don't forget, he chased Lomachenko for the mandatory position. He didn't want to be given the belt as interim champion. But these are the kind of fights that will give him the respect to say, okay, he's going out, he's fighting the best guys in the division. And this is a big win for him. But I think you guys, look, I love Mauricio, right? He does a lot of good stuff for the sport. But I think this is the time to actually say to Mauricio, stop saying it's undisputed. We've got a chance here to actually make the undisputed. Devin against George Kambosos. Let's not go into that fight saying, oh, well, actually, it's not undisputed. Because, well, it is undisputed. He's the undisputed. He's not. It's not. That final belt makes no arguments about the undisputed championship. But it's all irrelevant if Devin doesn't win on Saturday.
Has Mauricio, you think, bent himself around too much with that? Because the WBC is the most prestigious title there is, and it feels like at times he does these things to accommodate fighters. He doesn't want to piss them off. Do you feel like he has?
Yeah, I think it's
he has more leverage than he realizes.
Yeah, I think as a governing body, it's really a difficult job because you've got fighters, promoters, managers asking for this, put this guy in the rankings, give this guy a shot, make this an eliminator. And it's very hard to keep everybody happy. And it's a tough job running a governing body, But me and Mauricio, we get on really well, but sometimes we'll have a little argument because I'm honest. And I have to say things that I believe in, and I don't believe in the franchise championship. I believe in giving fighters the opportunity to chase greatness. And what the franchise belt does is it doesn't allow you to chase greatness because you can't get there. You can't build your way up a rankings, have a final eliminator, and finally get your chance to beat an all-time great. The all-time greats are put on the shelf and you can't touch them. That's not right for the development of the sport and giving fighters opportunities. Devin Haney chased Lomachenko. I said to him, what about the IBF? What about, he said, no, I want Lomachenko. So he built his way up, boxed a final eliminator, and then top-ranked petition to make Lomachenko a franchise champion so he wouldn't have to fight Devin Haney. So that for me that's not what the sport is about.
So we got the WBC, with the franchise issues, and then we have the WBA eliminating titles, which we've all been asking for a long time. They said this Sunday, the Gervonta Davis, Isaac Cruz, the winner of that will be ordered to fight George Kambosos for the WBA next. Thoughts on that, and that possibly delaying or causing issues in making Kambosos and
there'll definitely be issues and there'll definitely be delays. It's just what happens. I think that Gervonta's situation. I think Gervonta's brilliant. By the way, I think he's a brilliant fighter. I think he's so exciting. But it's like he's never won a real world title.
At 130.
130 against Pedraza. Sorry, take that back. And I was there that night. That was a good performance. But you can't call him they call him a 3-division world champion. He's not. He's a brilliant fighter.
The Leo Santa Cruz belt was real too.
Because that was
the super title at 130.
At 130, but that one also included the 135, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean it included his 130, but the Leo Santa Cruz belt is real.
Well, at 130.
At 130, but
so two-time champion at 130.
Yeah, but he's already been a 130 champion. Is what I'm saying. They call him a free-weight world champion, which I don't say, and I'm not hating on Gervonta. I think he's brilliant, right? But again, it's the same problem with Devin. Is that's not Gervonta's fault, but it becomes too easy to do that. And with Devin should be, in my opinion, a world champion, but he doesn't get the respect because of the way it played out. It's not his fault. He wanted to fight Lomachenko. But now you're going through fighters like Linares and JoJo Diaz, where after Saturday, I believe you guys, and if you don't already, say, yeah, okay, respect, you're a legitimate world champion. But he wanted to win that.
Absolutely.
He didn't want to just, and again, I think what the WBA doing now is brilliant. Let's get rid of those regular belts and those interim titles. There's nothing wrong with having one champion. But I go back to it's very difficult for these governing bodies because I harass them. Arum harasses him. Heyman harasses him. Put our guy in here. You know, we're all hedging our positions. International titles, WBA Continentals, moving up rankings, getting opportunity here, and they don't want it. They don't want to upset anyone. It's a very tough job for them.
Just speaking of Davis, you know, Leonard Ellerbe had a lot to say your way about what he said, you know, throwing the name in the hat for making a Gervonta fight with Devin. What'd you think about Leonard's comments? And then, you know, going about, he seems to have the perspective of build Devin into a star first, you know, and then we have a fight.
Again,
kind of thing.
not hating on Gervonta Davis, right? Because,
yeah.
But what's the bigger fight this weekend? I'm sorry, but everybody's talking about Haney Diaz. No one's talking about Gervonta against Isaac Cruz. And I'm not saying it's a bad fight, or I'm not hating on these guys. This is a much bigger fight than that fight. And it's a much better fight. So you can't keep ignoring people and just live in a bubble and say, yeah, when those guys do that, when it's like Demetrius Andre. Yeah, when that guy wins a world title, all right, wins a world title. Oh yeah, he don't sell any tickets, sells out Providence. Ah yeah, he's not making any money, making a lot of money. Like, they've already said they'll only fight guys in the PBC. So that tells you everything you need to know.
But just speaking, you know, as we talk about in-house with Demetrius, what have you thought, Eddie, when people are saying, you know, stop banging the drum for Andre Charlo and get him the fights that are maybe more realistic on DAZN with Munguia and with Golovkin.
But they're not in-house fights. They're in-network fights. I don't represent those fighters. And if I did, I would be telling them, you got to fight Demetrius Andrade. Because I can't say to Golden Boy, look, you have to. And listen, DAZN would love to see Munguia against Andrade or Golovkin against Andrade. But, you know, Jaime Munguia, when he moved up to middleweight, was told by the WBO, you're mandatory to Demetrius Andrade. He said, no, thank you. Just leave me alone for a minute, right? I don't blame him. Let me have a couple of fights at 160. What's he had, 4 fights at 160? Yeah. Now they've gone back and said, you're mandatory. And he went, I'll fight an eliminator against Derevyanchenko. Why? When you can fight for the world title on our platform. Do you know what I mean? So it's incredibly frustrating. But when they say, don't worry about your other guys, you know, look at your in-house guys. I don't have any in-house guys at 160 to fight Demetrius Andrade. Right? Why do we have to look in-house? Why doesn't Charlo say, I want to unify? He's a 32-0 brilliant American world champion against a 31-0 brilliant American world champion.
Both of them were champions at 154. Now they're both champions at 160.
It's a mega fight.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah. And I mean, obviously there's a bit of animosity and a bit of, you know, they've had their back and forth in the past. So I think that fight.
It's a big fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pay-per-view fight. And it's Demetrius don't outprice himself. Listen, Charlo against Derevyanchenko was on pay-per-view. Yeah?
Yeah,
So,
but it was with the brother.
no, but that was main event.
Yeah, no, but they gave you both brothers on pay-per-view,
Mate,
something we've never
listen,
got.
we'll do it again then. Do it again.
And remember, the first
but
Harrison was on.
Charlo, who cares? Charlo against Andrade is a massive fight compared to what they've put on there. And I bet the money's the same. Yeah? So you've put that on pay-per-view. Why not put this on pay-per-view?
Eddie, yesterday the WBO mandated that they ordered.
Oh no! How convenient.
Johnny Beckham to fight Demetrius Andrade. Will that interfere with the Charlo situation?
Of course it will. And how convenient was that? Yeah. You know, we write to the WBC, who have the ability, by the way, within their rules, as the only governing body that has that in their rules, to order their champion to fight another champion from another division, another governing body. Yeah. No One day later, you got a mandatory from the WBO against some guy I've never even heard of. No disrespect
to him.
And
the president, though, he took a side. He said he wasn't going to mandate any champion anyway. Paco came out on his Twitter and said
Paco can't, because it's not in their rules. It's in the WBC rules. They can order a mandatory for their champion against another champion.
Now, how would this situation be different from Adonis Steven and Sergey Kovalev? That one was WBC, one was WBO, and then when Al won the purse bid, Kovalev, Kathy Duva stood on HBO. They didn't do the fight with Adonis.
I have absolutely no idea what relevance that has. But what I do know is
the same WBO and WBC.
But what I'm saying is what we're doing. Yeah, but what we're doing is we're asking the WBC to order that fight. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's who ordered it. That's history.
Yeah, but Paco then has the right to say we approve that or we don't approve that. Okay. But we wrote to both governing bodies and said, Maurizio, please order Charlo to fight Andrade for the good of boxing. Paco, just to let you know, we've written to Maurizio Sulaiman. If he orders that, please accept that as for the good of boxing. 48 hours later, we get another mandatory put on us, right? For a guy, no disrespect to the guy, he's a good fighter. I know he is. I'm being facetious, but come on, who wants to see that?
No one.
So now I'm in the situation where I've got to get creative. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe Andrade moves up to 68 and becomes mandatory as the WBO world champion. But we've got to do something because we can't go and fight that fight again.
Lastly,
Like,
is Canelo Makabu going to be on DAZN if that actually is?
Listen, I will be doing everything I can to get Canelo Alvarez back on DAZN, and not even just for DAZN, to Matchroom. I mean, it's a dream to work with a guy. Makabu, Gennady Golovkin, Dmitry Bivol, a fight in the UK. We will present 4 options to Canelo Alvarez. He'll get 10 options from other people as well. Hopefully he chooses us.
Does he make easy work of Makabu?
No, I think it's a tough fight. I spoke to Tony Bellew about that fight. Makabu punches very, very hard. Of course, there's a huge size difference in that fight, but Canelo Alvarez is a genius. You know, he's a king, and I would make him a favourite in that fight.
Eddie, I gotta ask, it seems like DAZN may be doing some, how you guys call it, box office pay-per-view type of events. Do you think that maybe that would help entice Canelo? Because obviously he just made major money fighting on pay-per-view, competing against UFC in one of the top cards, and still did better numbers than the UFC that night. Do you think that maybe a DAZN pay-per-view would help entice to bring Canelo back for those?
I mean, look, he was making a lot of money off pay-per-view as well. I think the whole pay-per-view argument, I think pay-per-view is in a terrible, terrible place. I think pay-per-view will always exist for the right fights and the big stars. But there's too many fights on pay-per-view. You go back to Crawford Porter, what was that, 135,000 buys?
Yeah.
Catastrophic. And by the way, 2 great fighters, a brilliant fight. And this isn't me hating on fights, I'm just talking reality. Gervonta Davis against Isaac Cruz on Sunday. What does it do? 100,000? Less? I mean, no, and Cruz
been doing 200 plus.
Yeah, but I mean, that last time out, you talked about against Leo Santa Cruz, you know, a household name.
Well,
Barrios was a world champion, you know. But,
regular title.
Okay, well, you've gone back on your word. You know, and then Isaac Cruz, who, listen, he's tough and game, but it's not that it's a bad fight. It's coming off the back of. This is the problem. You've got Crawford Porter comes 2 weeks after 700,000 buys or 6 or whatever it was, Canelo Alvarez. And then after the 130 pay-per-view, 2 weeks later, you've got Gervonta Davis against someone no one's ever heard of because he's not, but he's a good fighter, Cruz. But let's be honest, no one's ever heard of him, right? And then next week, you've got Jake Paul against Tommy Fury.
2 weeks
and
later,
then 2 weeks after that, you've got Charles Martin against Luis Ortiz. What the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? So, but the problem is with pay-per-view is that it's not it's the successive. You guys, you're Americans, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you do it? What do you do? Do you all work on the fucking stock market?
We have fight parties. Everyone chip in $5.
I know.
Yeah.
But you must. Yeah, you must do. But
we go in debt.
Or you
Listen.
start streaming, you go to those streaming sites.
Listen, I'm not commenting on that. But listen, yeah. But what I'm saying is if I did that in England, we get killed, right? That's the problem. Consistently, listen. It's amazing for DAZN. Because a DAZN customer is saying, well, actually, this is much better value than buying these individual pay-per-views. And in answer to your question about pay-per-view, I think the DAZN pay-per-view discussion is just potentially having functionality to do it for specific fights. Sometimes a fight will come along that maybe the model of subscription does not work, right? Could be AJ against Tyson Fury in the UK. You can't put that on DAZN UK. Has to sit as a pay-per-view. So having the functionality to do pay-per-view makes them very powerful.
Eddie, last thing for me, I gotta ask. I heard Teofimo Lopez Sr. reached out to you.
Yeah, many times.
After the fight.
Many times.
Just your thoughts on that, your thoughts on the comments of 10-2, your thoughts on they should have stuck with Top Rank and not went to DAZN, even though
we saved them.
Even though you paid the most money.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had a great relationship with them both. We treated them with nothing but respect. They were brilliant, by the way. The way they helped us with the promotion, they did everything that was asked. They told me before, thank you so much, you guys are the best. Oh, DAZN, Matchroom. They got beat and they should never have boxed on DAZN. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And he called me and he messaged me saying, I can't believe what you did. This is after the fight. And I just went back to him. I said, mate, we treated you with utmost respect, right? Watch the fight back. Look at people's comments who thought, you lost the fight, fair and square. Dust yourself down, come again. Teofimo is a warrior. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a good guy, and I like Teofimo's dad as well. But I don't hold it against him because it's emotions, it's family. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you behave irrationally when the emotions go out of control. He'll be back. He's a great fighter.
But if you go back and see the knockdown, you'll super slow-mo it, and you'll actually see Eddie Hearn jump in the ring.
Wow.
As it, so.
But it was,
maybe you were responsible, Eddie.
No, yeah. But I'll tell you what, because I couldn't believe. I was watching that first round going, it's over. He's going to stop him in the first round.
I was kidding about it. I was saying you got in the ring.
No, but what I did do...
He wants us to cut it, so I got to cut you. My last question is, how probable is it for Lou DiBella to leverage Kambosos for a network deal? I was speaking to him on my show yesterday, and that's all he's talking about. He's like, why can't DAZN open the floodgates? I don't want to talk to Eddie. I want to talk straight to DAZN. I want to talk straight to Showtime, straight to Fox. Is Kambosos valuable enough for any network to give him a few dates?
He's brilliant. But it's not about giving Lou DiBella dates. It's about getting, it's about the right options for George Kambosos. Now, unfortunately, people have network deals and therefore there's no additional dates available. So DAZN aren't looking to suddenly do 3 more shows a year. They've got to deal with Golden Boy and they've got to deal with Matchroom. Now, if you want to fight on DAZN, you have to go with one of those promoters. If you want to fight on Showtime or on Fox particularly, you'd have to go with PBC. If you want to go on ESPN, you have to go with Top Rank. So it's not that George Kambosos isn't worth a network deal. Of course he is. But certain promoters hold the dates. So no network at the moment, in my opinion, is going to come on and invest in 3 or 4 more dates for a fighter. Not just George, anyone. So, look, but Lou knows what he's doing. Lou's very good at what he does, and he's in a great position. He's going to make a huge amount of money, and he's got a great fighter. Hopefully, he decides Devin Haney is the right route for him, and it's going to come down to what George Kambosos wants. That's the most important.
He specifically said his friends at PBC, and I said, friends
Yeah,
now,
really,
Lou?
yeah,
And we
yeah.
laughed.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, communications are back open. Do you believe Tank and Mayweather team take a Kambosos fight?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
But listen, the fighter's the boss, right? It's going to come down to what George Kambosos wants. He's earned the right to call the shots, and hopefully he chooses the undisputed fight with Devin Haney, if he gets through on Saturday.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie.
I got one more question. You mentioned getting creative with Demetrius Andre, mentioning him going to 168. If he does go to 68, would Canelo be one of those options that you consider making the fight for him if you went up there at 68?
Possibly. I mean, he could become mandatory to Canelo Alvarez, but at the end of the day, Canelo wants to fight Makabu. He wants to fight the champions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it'd be a great rivalry fight. They had a lot of history.
Of course, yeah. But Canelo's not gonna. Canelo's ducking no one. Let's be honest. He'll fight anybody, but he does want to fight the champions. But if a fight out there makes sense with Demetrius, would he look at it? It's a question for him. But right now, I like Canelo Alvarez trying to become undisputed at 75.
At 75. So
Dimitri Bivol, Joe Smith, Beterbiev. He can do that, and if he becomes undisputed at 175 as well, and maybe throw in a little cruiserweight fight as well, but the guy's chasing history and legacy, and he's going to do what him and Eddie Reynoso want to do.
Thanks, Eddie.
All right?
Thanks, Eddie.
Okay.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Frank. Thank you. No,
Thank
sorry.
you so much.
Sorry. Thank you.
These guys don't want to fight Demetrius Andre, and Eddie doesn't want to mess with business interests. That's what I got.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in for these last couple hours on FightHype Live. Hope you guys enjoyed everything, and we'll catch you tomorrow at the press conference. So thanks, everyone. Signing out.